11th. These are accelerated courses with the content of 16 weeks condensed into 8 weeks. To apply for admission and register online, go to roswell.enmu.edu. To have your event listed on the KSVP community calendar, email calendar@ksvpradio.com. Please let us know at least 1 week in advance.
News, talk, sports. AM 990, KSVP, Artesia.
Round here, Friday night is Bulldog Night. Welcome to Artesia Bulldog Football on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com. The season rolls on for your Bulldogs, but before we take it to the gridiron, let's take it to the Faith Baptist Church Sideline Show.
Hey there, Bulldog fans. Welcome to Bulldog Bowl and the Sideline Show brought to you by Faith Baptist Church. I'm Joby Hodling, and this is Robbie Ballou, and we're glad to see you tonight here on KSVPTV.com and KSVP Radio. We've got another home game. The Bulldogs are playing the Ruidoso Warriors, Robbie, and a beautiful night. We had a big rainstorm just not too long ago, but it looks like it's kind of gone on by, and we're going to get to play football.
It does. The radar is showing no more rain right now or anything coming in. It was questionable because it rained pretty hard there about 30, 45 minutes ago here. So, yeah, it's good to see the beautiful weather, sun shining, the fans already coming in. So excited about the football game tonight.
Yeah, I am too. It's going to be fun to watch the Artesia Bulldogs once again play a football game. We had an exciting game last week with the Lovington Wildcats here. It was back and forth. It was a high-scoring affair. I don't know if that's what we expect tonight, although I think our high-powered offense might be able to put some points on the board. We'll see what happens. But Ruidoso coming in, ready to play.
Yeah, coming in tonight, the Warriors 3-2 on the season, and the Bulldogs coming in 4-2. So it's going to be a good showdown tonight, a good rivalry. They've had one for years. Yeah. We had it through the 80s and 90s. Then we took a break for about 15 years in this rivalry, but in 2018 we started it back up. We won that year 56-13. The Bulldogs also won in 2019 73-46, had a high scoring game there, and then we took a break in 2020, and then we're picking it back up here in 2021. So excited to see what the Warriors are bringing into the bowl tonight.
Yeah, they've got some great athletes. You'll see later on the pregame show talking to the coaching staff. We talked to Coach Jeremy Maupin and also to Coach Andy Lopez, scout team, and they talked about some good athletes they're bringing to the table.
They are. They're bringing a lot of size in and strength in with them. I don't think they have as much speed as Lovington had last week, which will be okay with the Bulldogs, but they do bring some really good size and strength. They bring the rich history in here. We have a rich history with the Warriors, as a lot of Bulldog fans know. Former coach Cooper Henderson, currently AD, actually coached in Ruidoso before he came here to Artesia. And then a lot of you remember Jeff Willingham, longtime Artesia Bulldog coach here. Now he's in Hobbs. He also played for Coach Henderson there in Ruidoso. So a rich history with Ruidoso through that. The Warriors coming in tonight looking to get a win before their district play as normal, as the Bulldogs are rounding out their pre-district game tonight with Ruidoso, as will be open next week. So Artesia, I know anytime we're playing in our bowl, we want to win. We want to win anyway, but you know what I mean. But I guarantee you the Warriors are coming down the ramp tonight, Joby, and they have nothing but winning on their mind to come in here and upset the Bulldogs tonight.
No doubt about that. As you said, any team comes in with that mindset, but there's no doubt Ruidoso is. And I was told that, and I was thinking back, you and I were at that game in Ruidoso a couple years ago. Of course, last year we would have been here, but because of not having a regular season, they didn't come to the bowl. And we literally were scheduled to be there this year in Ruidoso, and it turns out some things I read said that a player or some players told their coaching staff they really wish they got to play in Artesia's Bulldog Bowl. Yeah. And so then I guess they decided as a team, they called down here and said, can we come there instead of you guys come to Ruidoso? And so we're here at the bowl.
We're here tonight. Coach Keith Johnson of the Ruidoso Warriors are going to have on their navy, gold, and white. They come in, they are in 4A, and they come in ranked 6th in max preps. They'll take the field tonight with 18 seniors. Non-district notable games, their season so far, they beat Mountain View and Chaparral. They lost to Robertson, and then they beat Cobre and lost last week to Santa Teresa 38-14. Their district consists of Lovington, Portales, Moriarty, and Silver City. And the players to watch tonight for the Warriors, their quarterback back, outstanding athlete, number 7, Hooker. He's a senior. He's 46 of 83 on the year, 658 yards passing with 3 interceptions so far, so he takes care of the ball well. And then their running back, number 27, Hall, is a senior, 68 rushes with 546 yards on the year. So pretty balanced attack the Warriors have and what they're trying to do. And then number 53, Hall, has 47 tackles on defense. So I threw him in there to watch number 53 on defense tonight. Bulldogs game coming in tonight, 25 seniors taking the field, ranked 4th in 5A. And as most of you know, we defeated Carlsbad and we lost to Carlsbad. We beat Hobbs, Belen, Deming. We lost to Cleveland, and last week we were able to outshoot Lovington with 127 points scored and over 1,200 yards of offense. We did win the game against Lovington last week. Players to watch tonight, Joby. Our offensive line is just, I put them down. They did an outstanding job. We talked about them all throughout the broadcast last week, how they did such a good job, and so I put them down. We need to watch how that goes tonight. And then number 10, Seth Johnson, he just continues to mature and grow, running the defense from his middle linebacker position. So I just put down to watch him tonight because as he goes, the defense usually goes.
Yeah, the offensive line last week, you talked about them, said let's watch them tonight. Well, maybe not everybody does know this, but the offensive line helped set an offensive rushing record as Barrera rushed for over 300-something yards. So the offensive line has been doing an outstanding job. We expect that to continue. All right, Bulldog fans, we're going to come back after the break. We're going to have our guest tonight, Brendan Harvey. And so stay tuned right here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. We'll be back.
What's up, Bulldog fans? My name is Bosch Van Upchurch. I'm the worship pastor at Faith Baptist Church, and I just want to take this time to invite you to jump in with us every single Sunday morning. We have services at 10:30 a.m. to praise God, to worship corporately as a family, and so I want to invite you. We'd love to have you. Go Bulldogs.
Hello, Bulldog fans.
Let's go, Dogs!
Let's go, Dogs!
Love that.
Hey, I'm Josh Howard. I'm the junior high student pastor here at Faith Baptist Church Student Ministries.
And I'm Mike Duff. I'm the high school student pastor, and we want to invite you and your friends, 6th through 12th grade, right here every Wednesday night at Faith Baptist Church up on the porch at 6:15 p.m. Bring a friend, and let's go Bulldogs.
Go Dogs!
My name is Larry Dean. I'm the discipleship pastor here at Faith Baptist Church, and I'd like to invite you to something we call faith groups. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs.
Across the street by the administration building in the Horseshoe, they have a lowered price of $5 per plate. And that plate includes a hamburger.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. We're here live at the Bulldog Bowl for the Sideline Show, brought to you by Faith Baptist Church. And as promised, we have our guest of the evening, Mr. Brendan Harvey. Brendan, how are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Why don't you start off by telling the fans where you grew up and what schools did you attend? I know the answers, but I'm going to let you tell the fans.
I grew up here in Artesia, and I was a 2010 graduate of Artesia High School, and I went to school at Roswell. I went up there for a 2-year degree and got my degree in fire science. So I'm done with that, and here I am.
So you came all the way through the school system with elementary school. Which one did you go to?
Yeso.
Yeso? So you were what, a Gopher? Is that right?
No, I was a Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, that's right. There was Thunderbirds.
Thunderbird. Yep.
That's right. And then Zia and Park, and so
yes,
that's
sir.
good. What memories do you have of being a Bulldog?
I was a manager for the Bulldogs back sophomore, junior, senior, and it was just after the games was a lot funner for me. We got to hang out, and we would hang out here till 1 or 2 in the morning, cleaning up stuff and running around, and that was probably, and then traveling back and forth. There's always something that happens, either there at the game or on the bus there, on the bus home. If you won, then if not, it was a quiet trip home. But
it better be,
other
right?
than that, we were good.
So, well, let me just go ahead and interject. Make sure that's on still.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put you on the spot here a little bit. So give us a manager story. What you said we did stuff. What's something you did?
Well, since I'm out of high school, I'm good.
Hey,
you're the fire marshal.
They
You're
can't
the
touch
fire- they
you
can't
now.
touch you, man.
Whatever's
You're
called the time has passed.
Right. Me and Robbie were actually talking about it before we had to carry everything, down here, and then we saw him running around on the gator, and that was when we got that was very interesting. They decided only certain people could drive, and that was very memorable when we got that. We would take it and run around where we weren't supposed to, and in the middle of the night, and then we'd start at the top of the ramp, and we'd see how fast we could go from here to there, which was interesting. So it was a lot of fun. So
had some good times.
Yes, for sure.
How about what you guys? Some fans probably don't know this. The managers do a lot of things. Right. You guys do a lot of work. Why don't you walk through a day in the life of a manager for the Artesia Bulldogs? So
there's obviously multiple cameras, and it goes on after that and after that. So on the days on Fridays, it was always the quiet time. The guys stay in the locker room. We'd come out, get everything set up. If it was a home game, we'd have cameras to set up, and we'd have everything to put out. And then once the game started, we had somebody filming in the end zone. We had 2 filming up there. And then after that, we'd get done. We'd come back down, and then after that, like the next 3 or 4 days, it would be going through that footage and editing what we needed to, and cutting out, put all the offense on one and all the defense on it so they could review it. And then I was actually part of making one of the highlight shows, which that took a lot of time. A lot of time cutting in and out, certain segments. So that, and then once we'd get done, it was the normal week after that. And, we'd have to film every practice, and it was a nonstop deal. So, and then we'd stay at night, 2 or 3 of us. We'd wash all the jerseys, we'd do all the, hang everything up and get ready for the next week, and then it just started over.
And it's an incredible amount of work that the managers do, and a lot of times you guys don't get recognized. So I'm glad you're able to be here with us tonight. It looks like you're out of battery.
Yeah, we are.
All right. So we'll just share the mic. So it was alluded to, but tell the fans what you're doing now. You go back to what you did, where you went to school, and talk about that, and then what you're doing these days.
So I went to school in Roswell. I actually got hired unofficially before I graduated, because you have to have a diploma. So I actually tried out, and again, this is back then, so I can't get in trouble for it, but I actually skipped a day of school and came and tried out, and then they hired one, and that was when I got hired. I graduated in May, and then I started July 1 of.
So tell them doing
months.
What was you interviewing for? What was it you were doing?
I tried out to be a firefighter
there
here and an EMT, and then after that we have 16 weeks of fire school, and then we had 8 weeks of EMT school, and then I had 2 more semesters of an intermediate school after that. So it was a long, drawn-out process. And then I was there for 6 years from fireman, and then I ended up I was at the old station here. We ended up getting our new station, so that's when we split. And I stayed here and drove our ladder truck for 3 or 4 years, and then I actually our fire marshal left, and I had been working with him on PR stuff and stuff like that. And one day he said, "I'm leaving at the end of the month."
Wow.
He said, I'm going on, and he works at FEMA now. So he said, "Do you want to try out?" And so I tested, I interviewed, and then went from fireman, and now I'm a division chief with administration, and so now I'm a 8 to 5 guy. So
Eight to 5 guy?
7 to 4.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So all told then, how many years have you been with the Artesia Fire Department?
11. This is actually my 11th year. So I've
11
got 9
years.
more to go.
9. Wait a minute. 9 more to go till
I can retire.
Oh, okay. Well, you're pretty young.
Yeah, I can retire in 9 years. So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, introduce your family, what they do, and where everybody's at.
My parents are Danny and Diana Harvey. My mom is a teacher at Grand Heights.
Yeah.
And then my dad works for the farm that I work for. He runs a farm south of town. He's been there for years. And then my wife Heather, she's there at the house taking care of the kids. And then I have 3 kids. I have 2 boys, Corbin and Wick, and then we just had a girl, which is like only the second girl on our side of the family. So her name's Reese, and she's about 1.5 years, and the other ones are 7 and 4.
The 2 boys, 7 and 4.
Yes, sir.
So the 7-year-old's in school, first grade, second grade.
He's at Yeso.
At Yeso.
Yep.
So he's a Thunderbird like that.
He got to go to Yeso. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, Brendan, we thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes, sir.
Again, I can't say enough about what the managers do for really all of sports. You were a manager. Was you a manager for any of the other sports?
Nope, just I did basketball for a little bit, but it was mostly just football.
Mostly just football.
Yes, sir.
But it is something that the individuals, the young men that take on those positions, and the young women too, and girl sports, they do an exceedingly amount of work. They do a lot of work for the coaches. I know that the coaches really appreciate you guys, and I hope that the fans now know a little bit about it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you guys spent a lot. I remember when I was playing, Robbie, I would see the managers back when I was playing, and they would be here when I left, and it seemed like they were always here when I got here.
Yeah.
And we had to be here early in the morning, and they were always here when we got here. They were always the last ones to leave, and I knew that they did all the stuff you were talking about, from filming, breaking down the film, doing all the laundry, just a lot of work.
Yes,
so I thank you for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I just want to say, Brendan, for what you do now, your fire marshal and all the EMTs and the first responders here in Artesia, we appreciate you guys so much. It's not an easy job, especially nowadays, as we were talking about before the show.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes a thankless job. And we do want you to know we appreciate you guys. We thank you, especially fire marshal, right? When you come in, people usually cringe. You know, you're coming to inspect something, but I want you to know we appreciate you. We appreciate the professionalism that y'all bring always to the job. So thank you, and be sure to tell you guys, thank you for what you do.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, and I want to say the same thing. I want to thank not only Brendan as the fire marshal, and I've got to do some stuff with him just recently. So I know his job is a tough one, as Robbie said. And also on behalf, and Robbie just said it, but I want to say the same thing. We want to thank all of you out there that are first line of defense, and our times are crazy, and you guys are still on the job doing everything you got to do and taking care of us like you do. So we want to thank you.
Yeah, we want to thank you guys too. I mean, the community is definitely backs us a lot. So we want to thank everybody and make sure they know that they're thanked too. So.
Well, good deal. All right, Bulldog fans, stay right here, because when we come back, we're going to look at the keys to the game tonight, what we think Ruidoso is going to have to do to get a win, and also what we think the Bulldogs need to do to get the victory tonight. So, by the way, if you're watching this right now and you're anywhere near the bowl, make your way on down here. Come and support the young men and the cheerleaders and the coaches, and be part of this great event tonight. If you can't do that, or you're somewhere else around the world, and we got Bulldog fans all over the world, we want to thank you for tuning in here on KSVPTV.com, and also you may be listening to the radio, KSVP Radio. All right, so we'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
My name is Larry Dean. I'm the discipleship pastor here at Faith Baptist Church, and I'd like to invite you to something we call faith groups. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs!
Hey Artesia, I'm Jen, this is Andy, and we work with kids here at Faith Baptist Church, and we want to tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, on Sunday mornings at 10:30, we have a service for our pre-K kinder, and then also for 1st through 5th grade. And then on Wednesday nights at 6:15, we have our faith groups, which are Bible study groups for 2-year-olds all the way up to 5th grade. We even have something for you, the parents.
Absolutely. And if you cannot come on Wednesday night, but you want your kids to come, you can text the word bus to 68878, and there will be a link that we send you that you can fill out and get your kids signed up for our bus ministry so they can come without you.
Thanks for watching, and go Bulldogs.
Hey, Bulldog fans, welcome back here to Bulldog Bowl. Live, Friday night, lights are on. We've got our third segment. We're going to talk about the keys to the game here on the Sideline Show, brought to you by Faith Baptist Church. Robbie, the Ruidoso Warriors, we've already said that they're lower classification than us. So they're playing up, which is a great thing for them to do. We're playing down, but we're playing a quality opponent in the Ruidoso Warriors. So we've got some ideas about what we think they'll need to do, the Ruidoso Warriors, to come in here to Bulldog Bowl and get a win. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, the Warriors tonight are going to need to slow down the Bulldog offense. I always found out in coaching that your offense trails your defense at the first of the year, and we saw that. Our defense started off really strong, and with Coach Moppin and a new system, new terminology, our offense is taking a while, but it's starting to click, and we're hoping that it will. But they need to slow down our offense and not let the Bulldogs score that many points like we did last week to be able to stay in this game.
Well, it's going to be a tall order just because what the state got to see last week is, and we talk about it all the time, that the Bulldogs are kind of 50-50, but I think it's this misnomer. People think, oh, Artesia's high-flying, they're going to throw the ball a million times. And what the fans got to see last week is a record-breaking rushing performance by our running back, Barrera, and the offensive line blocking great for him, receivers blocking downfield. I mean, from a rushing perspective, it was outstanding. And then on the other side of it, I believe that Taylor threw 6 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
And so, we can throw 2, and that's what people normally are thinking about when they think about Artesia. At least people that talk to me say, oh, you guys throw the ball a lot. So they got a lot to do to stop our offense.
Yeah, absolutely. So slow down the Bulldog offense is one of the keys. Control the clock. They don't need to give our offense the ball too many times either.
Yeah.
They need to control the clock and just work it down so that they limit the number of touches that our offense has and the opportunities our offense has. And then also, I just put down here, Joby, and I think they need to score 35 points tonight in order to be there for a win at the end. It's not going to be a defensive game to an extent with our offense and with their offense. So I think they need to score at least 35 to win.
And again, I think that'll be a tough order for them, but we'll see how they do against our defense.
Yeah. Bulldogs coming in tonight, I think they need to step it up, and I don't want to be critical, so I'm not going to be. I'm just going to say we had 4 to 5 starters out on our defense last week. I know our Lovington scored a lot of points, and they had a lot of yards last week, but we had 4 to 5 starters gone too, and we had young men stepping up like they need to do, but in unfamiliar roles, playing different positions and having to think instead of just play. So we got some of those back tonight, and so I think our defense needs to step it up tonight. I know they watched the film. They learned a lot from last week, so it'd be good for the defense. They need to play well tonight.
Well, the defense has had 2 games in a row where a lot of points were scored. Mm-hmm. We take on the number 1 team in 6A 2 weeks ago with the Cleveland Storm, and they come in with a high-powered offense, and they were able to put some yards on the board and put a lot of points on the board. And then we come in against the number 1 team ranked in 4A in the Lovington Wildcats, and they were able to do the same thing, put a lot of yards down and put a lot of points on the board. But I agree with you. I think our Bulldog defense learned a lot from those 2 games. They got to face 2 very quality offenses with a lot of speed and some very good receivers and running backs and quarterbacks, both Cleveland and Lovington. And those things are part of what the Bulldogs do and why we have such a tough schedule is to get ready for district. And so the Bulldog defense I agree with you. I think they were ahead of the offense early on. It seems like it's evened out a little bit now. And then the Bulldog defense got to see 2 of the best offenses, I think, 2 of the best offenses in the state in Cleveland and Lovington. And so we know based on a couple of years ago, Ruidoso scored 40-something on us a couple of years ago up there. We didn't get to play them last year, but we know they bring in some quality athletes as well. Even though they're a 4A opponent, they're going to have some speed, they're going to have some size, and so we're going to have to play some good defense.
Yeah, well, Ruidoso's in the same position as every team in the state is, right? Everybody's offense is picking it up.
Yeah.
And they're beginning to click, they're beginning to find their rhythm. So they're going to come in tonight looking to score some points. So I think the Bulldogs also tonight, they need to take what the Warriors give them. And by that, I mean on offense, the count the box. And as we've talked about, we can have rushing, as Jake Barrera set the record last week with over 340 yards rushing. And so take what they give us tonight. Read the defense. If they're stacking the box, let's throw the ball. If they're backing up and there's not that many in the box, then we'll run the ball. So we need to continue to do a good job of taking what the Warriors give us tonight and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I think that our quarterback, Taylor, does a pretty good job of looking over that defense. He's also got Barrera right next to him. I know they're both reading it. The offensive line reads what they see in front of them. And our receivers read it. Our receivers run option routes, and they base it on what defense that they see in front of them. And so there's a lot of communication just done visually, where everybody's got to be on the same page. And so when you say take what they give them, if the offensive line and the receivers and the running back and the quarterback are all looking at the same defense, that's when we see our offense really click.
Absolutely. And that's a good point, because if they're reading something different, then our offense is not going to be clicking or meshing well. So, And then I also think tonight a key for the Bulldog win will be to pick up the blitz package. Ruidoso, so far, what we've seen, they run that 3-3 stack on defense, which Belen ran and somebody else ran before Deming. I think Deming ran it.
They did.
And it gave us problems. And our line really needs to communicate. They need to pick out who they're going to be blocking before the snap. And then the running back's got to pay attention. Taylor's got to read it. If we need to max protect, move a slot in. So we need to be able to read the blitzes before snap if we can, and then pick them up after snap, because they will. It comes from anywhere at any time in that 3-3.
Yeah, it's an interesting defense, and we've seen, like you said, I think we've actually seen maybe 3 teams run it, or a variation of it, where they're bringing up a safety starts coming up and almost looks like a 3-4, and then they'll drop one of those 3 linebackers that are stacked. They'll drop them down in the end. So there are a lot of variations to that defense, and I think it's kind of become a popular defense. I know one game we talked about that when Jeff was on the sideline, and he said, it's kind of one of those defenses that's made its way back around to high schools. Haven't seen it a lot in recent years, but then this year it seems like a lot of teams are going to it, and it's because they can. I think they feel like they can disguise what they're going to do easier.
Yeah. So for the Bulldogs tonight, defense needs to play well, take what the Warriors give them, and then pick up the blitz packages, and I think they'll be fine.
All right, Bulldog fans, you hear the band getting loud. We got fans piling into the Bulldog Bowl. We want to encourage you again to come on down here if you can. If you can't,
we got 3 more minutes.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, no. Anyway, we encourage you to come on down here if you can.
Yeah.
If you can't, then stay tuned right here. We've got the pregame show coming up. We've got an interview with Coach Jeremy Maupin, head coach of the Bulldogs. He's going to recap last week. He's going to talk about the Warriors tonight. And then we've got Coach Andy Lopez. He's going to talk about, from a scouting perspective, what we expect to see the Ruidoso Warriors do tonight. We're going to talk about their kicking game. We're going to talk about their offense and their defense. Robbie and I have talked a little bit about those things. Coach Lopez really covers them well. So make sure you stay tuned here for that. And then 7 o'clock, we're going to be live, Bulldog Bowl. So stay tuned right here. We'll see you at 7.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters. An Illinois State Police trooper has died after being shot on the Dan Ryan Expressway on Chicago's South Side. A spokeswoman for the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office said the trooper was pronounced dead Friday afternoon at the University of Chicago Medical Center. She says an autopsy will be conducted. The trooper's name has not been released. Chicago Fire Department spokesman Larry Langford said the shooting happened shortly before 2 p.m. The shooting comes on the same day that state police started beefing up patrols on expressways in response to a rash of shootings on those expressways. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 482 points. The Nasdaq rose 118. The S&P 500 advancing by 49. And oil up 85 cents to $75.88 a barrel. This is SRN News.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Storm system moving out. We'll start to work in some clearing for Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia as we're heading through the early morning time. Lows are falling off to the low 50s. Absolutely gorgeous weather coming our way for the upcoming weekend. Plenty of sunshine building in throughout our Saturday with highs from the upper 70s to near 80. We'll drop to the mid-50s by Saturday night with a clear sky. Sunny on Sunday, the high low 80s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
With the SR News Business Brief, I'm John Scott. Stocks rebounding on Wall Street, but still ended with their worst weekly decline since February. The S&P 500 added 1.1%, led by companies that would benefit the most from a healthier economy. Airlines, hotels, and companies hurt by restrictions on travel and other activities had some of the biggest gains. Merck leaped 8.4% after saying its experimental pill to treat COVID-19 cut hospitalizations and deaths by half. Oil prices rose once again. The Dow was up 482 points today to close at 34,326. The Nasdaq gained 118 to 14,566. The S&P ahead 49 points to 4,357. New York oil rose 85 cents, closing at $75.88 a barrel. With business, I'm John Scott.
Well, I guess the Bulldogs are still playing this week. Welcome to Artesia Bulldog Football on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and at KSVPTV.com. Tonight, your Artesia Bulldogs are back in the doghouse, the world-famous Bulldog Bowl, taking on the Warriors of Ruidoso High. Welcome to the dogfight. Bulldog Football on KSVP AM and FM and at KSVPTV.com is presented by Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Kane Electric Supply, Castle Rentals, Catalyst Church, Central Valley Electric, Cisco Equipment, Crouch Plumbing, Deans Incorporated, Brian Williams and Farm Bureau, Faith Baptist Church, Forest Tire of Artesia and Carlsbad, Frost Mortgage, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block, Hermosa Church of Christ, KFC, Incredible Printing, J.S. Ward, J&J Home Care, La Fonda, New Hope Baptist Church, Pop's Diner, Smile Expressions, Sandy Stockton and State Farm of Artesia, Tate Branch of Artesia, TMJ Auto, Western Bank, Big O Tires, Casa Decor, Eastern New Mexico University Roswell and Portales, Maupin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, and Roswell Seed Company. Now, here's your hosts, Joby Hodling and Robbie Ballou.
When I was young, I thought I had forever to prepare for retirement. But as the years went by, retirement got closer and closer. Well, I wish I'd have started saving 10 years earlier.
How you spend your retirement depends on what you do now while you're still working. We've helped a lot of area seniors prepare for retirement. Stop in and see us about saving for yours. Western Bank of Artesia. We're big on you. Member FDIC.
My name is Adrian Flores. I'm in the 11th grade. My number is 23. I play safety. My parents' name Erica and Benji Flores. And I have two siblings, Christian and Renee Flores. I play golf, basketball, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I like the Titans for NFL. Just being a family, that's what I like about being, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now.
It's alright. You want to answer that one again?
Yes.
Okay. And then if you'll say my favorite part about being a Bulldog is?
Okay. My favorite part about being a Bulldog is just being a whole family. Yeah, being one.
My name is Blaze Burns. I'm a senior, number 32. I play corner. I have 3 siblings, my brothers, Blaine, Bryce, and Jonathan. And I have my 2 parents, Melissa and Ryan Gear. I messed up. I also participate in track and field, and my favorite college team is Southern Miss, and my favorite NFL team is the New York Giants. And the great thing about being a Bulldog is it's just a great environment to be around, great coaches, just great championship history. I messed up. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry.
It's all right. That was good.
I had it better on the warm-up because I wasn't really stressing.
Don't stress. You're doing great.
I'm trying not to stress.
If you want to just pick back up, my favorite thing about being a Bulldog.
Okay. My favorite thing about being a Bulldog is they have a great development program to where you can become a better athlete and a better person. You can be around great coaches, great fans, just everything that you want to experience in high school football.
My name is Philip. I'm in 10th grade. I'm number 41, and I play free safety. My mom is Tracy, and my dad's Philip, and my brother is Kevin, Kenny, and my sister's Jolissa. I'm involved in track. I also play basketball. My favorite college team would probably be LSU, and my favorite football team would be the Broncos. And what I like most about being a Bulldog, it's about like being a team, and everybody comes together and like we just can celebrate as one, basically.
My name is Joshua Noriega. My grade, I'm in 12th grade, and my number is 55. The position I play is defensive tackle, and my dad's name is Juan. I never really knew what my mom's name was, but I'm from Colorado, and I live down here with my aunt and uncle. And the other sports and activities that I play, I'm in track. I throw discus, and my favorite college or NFL team was NMSU, because I kind of grew up around NMSU, watching the football games, because my aunt went to NMSU, so I watched the football games. And the NFL team, since I'm from Colorado, I like the Denver Broncos. And what I like most about being a Bulldog is just the people, the environment, and the sports. I love the football and how they're crazy about football.
My name is Alonzo Baeza. I'm a senior. I play left guard, and my number is 67. My parents are Soyan Baeza. My dad is Robert Baeza. My siblings are Andres Baeza, and my sister is Vanessa Baeza. I do track. I throw shot put. My favorite college, Texas Tech. And my favorite NFL team will be the 49ers. And the one thing I like most about Friday nights is that the community, people showing out, and the excitement in the air.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole!
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
Hey Bulldog fans, I'm Pastor Nolan Frederick with Catalyst Church. We're cheering the Bulldogs on to another victory, and we would love the opportunity to tell you about the victory you can have in Jesus Christ. I invite you to join us at Catalyst Church on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. The dress is casual, the teaching is helpful, the music rocks, and your kids will have a blast. We hope to see you this Sunday at Catalyst Church at 13th and Hermosa in Artesia. Go Bulldogs!
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need the most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
Hello, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here, joined by Coach Andy Lopez. And, Coach, we're going to be scouting the Ruidoso Warriors. They're coming into town. Going to be playing them here in a little bit. every week we talk about the teams we're going to face, and you guys give the fans and myself an insight into what we're going to see defensively, offensively, and their special teams. Also, their size, speed, things like that. So let's start with Ruidoso's offense. What do you guys know coming in? What kind of sets can we expect to see? And tell us a little bit about their size and speed.
They're actually a pretty balanced offense for the most part. They're about 55-45, and they do run the ball a little bit more. They do have a senior running back who he has been a two-way starter since he was a sophomore. Last name's Hall. He's a pretty good-sized kid, probably about 5'10", a little under 200 pounds, but moves really well. Also is their leading tackler on defense. He's one of their safeties, so I look for them to just pretty much give him the ball. They run at a lot of spread sets, but they have that kind of sniffer back, whatever you want to call it, in most of those sets. So it's like a tight end.
Comes up, kind of gets up behind the tackle.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And do they do much motion? Do they do out of that? You said 45% throw, 55% run, right? 55-45.
Yes.
So their quarterback, is he trying to dump the ball off underneath a lot? Do they run deep patterns? I mean, what have you guys seen?
It's pretty much just run the ball as much as they can and then take their shots when they want to, but not really anything underneath. It's just a lot of pound the ball at that real good runner and take shots over the top.
How about their size up front? They're running the ball a lot, so do they got some decent size? What do we expect to see there?
They do have some pretty decent size up front. Not only that, but they're all juniors and seniors. They don't really have many young kids starting for them. They average about, I would probably say about 230. So they're bigger kids. They're not little, but they're good sized kids.
Well, let's move from offense to special teams. You guys do an excellent job year in and year out with special teams. What are you looking for from Ruidoso? Do they have that exceptional kicker? Do they have a great punter? Do they do anything special when you kick it off to them? What do they look like special team wise?
They're a small school, so a lot of the skill guys that play both ways are all special teams players. They're not necessarily looking to do anything too special. Obviously, they're probably not going to kick it to us deep, but they'll look to do squibs here and there and maybe try an onside or two, get us kind of sleeping maybe. But besides that, everything's pretty straightforward. All their skill kids, like I said, are their special teams players, and their main thing is try to get the ball in their playmakers' hands and keep it away from ours.
Right. Well, that moves us over to defense. What is kind of their base defense, and do you guys expect anything as far as maybe getting an opportunity to run against some one-on-one coverage?
As far as we know, it looks a little bit different than what we're used to seeing. It's more of out of a 3-3 look, but they seem to be a team who wants to not let you go deep and is okay with you, nickel and diming them and just rallying to the ball. So you do have some one-on-one matchups, but it's more of like a soft one-on-one type thing. But we're running the ball really well, and I think we hope to continue to do that and still take what we can in the passing game and just work our way down the field.
Well, Ruidoso 4A team, but the fourth-ranked team in the state coming into the game tonight. And so we're looking for a big game here at Bulldog Bowl. If you're watching this or listening to it with Coach Lopez and I, the game's coming up here in just a little bit. So we want you to stay tuned here. But really what we'd like you to do, if you're not already at the bowl, come on down, join the crowd and the excitement, and give these men and their coaches all the support we can give them. So hopefully to see you at the bowl. But if you can't make it, stay tuned right here either on KSVP Radio or KSVPTV.com. Go Bulldogs!
Artesia General Hospital's experienced cardiologists provide the latest diagnosis and treatment for heart health concerns with compassion. Request an appointment with Artesia General Hospital's cardiologist today at artesiageneral.com/heart and make your heart health a priority.
Did you know Artesia Ford has been open for 50 years and owned by the same people for every day they've been open? I'd say they must be doing something right.
By the same people? So the person I bought my truck from might have sold my grandfather his trucks?
I bet they did. That's a family tradition I could be proud of.
Artesia Ford, open for 50 years and counting. Visit Artesia Ford at 307 North 1st Street in Artesia to be a part of a family tradition you can count on for the next 50 years.
Hey there, Bulldog fans. Joe B. Hodling here with Coach Jeremy Maupin, the head coach of the Artesia Bulldogs. And, Coach, this last week you guys had a back-and-forth game, kind of a brawl with the Lovington Wildcats. Real quick, give the fans a brief summary of that game.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they were a very athletic team. Quarterback, really better thrower than I thought, hit a lot of his spots, like right on the money. Those two receivers were, just like we thought they were going to be really good. And they just kind of came out and played really, really well against us. I thought our offense really played well, pretty much moved the ball the whole night. I had some big plays. Jake Barrera broke the single game rushing record, which was awesome. I think it's kind of weird to think Artesia, you handed the ball off 35 times, to somebody, but just a great kid, excited about him and what he did. And then I thought we were pretty complete, really, too. When we needed to run the ball, we ran the ball well. I thought when we needed to throw the ball, we had some big plays. And so there's a lot of good there. Defensively, we're missing probably one of our best players. Wasn't there last week, and so I think we even underestimated a little bit what not having him out there would be for just what our guys were. Just the leadership and the things that he brought, and so we think we got some things fixed this week, and we made a couple personnel moves and some things. So we're hoping we get some of those issues that we saw that night fixed.
Well, nonetheless, it was a great game because we got the win, and as you said, a record-breaking game for a rushing back and for Jake.
Yes, sir.
And so just a great game from that perspective. So this week you're coming into your last regular season game before district. You got an off week next week, and then district play starts after that. The Ruidoso Warriors coming to town. If you would, just share briefly what you guys are looking for from Ruidoso.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good football team. They have some size. They got a big 6'7" tackle, and he plays both offense and defense. Does some things well. Their running back started since he was a sophomore, and so we know, he's going to be one of their main guys on both sides of the ball. But ultimately, how we're treating this game is we talked about it's our last chance to clean things up before we go into our second season in the district, and so. We know we got to play good football. They asked us to come play in the bowl, and so that's kind of exciting to get to another home game and get to be here again before going into the bye week. And so we're excited about getting to play these guys. And last week we played the number 1 team, and I think they dropped to 2. Lovington did now, but Ruidoso's number 4, so they always really battle Lovington in that district, and so we know. They're going to give us their best game. Most people do here in the bowl. They want to come in and, get a win in the Bulldog Bowl. And so we know we got to be ready to take their best shot and hopefully come out with a win.
Well, we're looking forward to the game, Coach. As you said, you guys take on the number 1 team in 6A a couple weeks ago. You take on arguably the number 1 team. I think, like you said, they dropped to number 2, but I think they might be back at number 1 after this week with you guys, even though they lost.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
in Lovington, they're very good, and now taking on the number 4 team in Class 4A in the Ruidoso Warriors. So another good game on the schedule, and looking forward to it. So Bulldog fans, you're watching this now in the pregame. Here in just not very long, we're going to have Friday Night Lights, the Bulldogs hosting the Ruidoso Warriors. So if you are not at the bowl, but you're anywhere close, come on down and support these young men and the coaches and their endeavors and the band and everybody. If you can't make it, thanks for tuning in here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. Go Bulldogs!
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Artesia Plumbing and Heating is your authorized Carrier air conditioning dealer. Home owned and operated for over 41 years. Artesia Plumbing and Heating installs residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioners. Artesia Plumbing and Heating handles your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier unit. Artesia Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs and Lady Dogs and wishes them the very best in this sports season. Artesia Plumbing and Heating, 746-3712.
Hello, Martin here from Frost Mortgage. I want to tell you about something really, really awesome. It's my Zero for Hero program. Are you a veteran, current military? Do you work in the medical field, the police department, fire department, or are you in the school system? If you are, then we need to talk. My Zero for Hero program can assist you with either your closing costs or your interest rate. So call me at 575-749-6278 and let's discuss your options.
Frost Mortgage is a division of Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated and is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 3094.
Hello, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling and Robbie Ballou. And I just scared Robbie. I think I was too loud in his ears. We're live at Bulldog Bowl. The Artesia Bulldogs hosting the Ruidoso Warriors tonight. You just, if you're listening to my voice, or if you're watching or watching on KSVPTV.com, we want to thank you for tuning in here. Robbie, the Ruidoso Warriors coming in tonight, Class 4A team. We talked about them in the side. The Warriors with the coaches, Coach Maupin and Coach Lopez. And we're going to talk more about that here in just a minute. But we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Communication. It's such a privilege how we communicate, why we communicate. You know, we think about our tongues, our mouths. James says this, in the same way, the tongue is a small thing that makes grand speeches, but a tiny spark can set a great forest on fire. You know, we think about our tongue, we think about maybe a laugh. A laugh has the power to make jovial comedian radiate with laughter, or it can even cut a person to their core. And so we think about our tongue. We think about our communication. How positive can we be? We can always build people up, or we could tear them down. And so this week, let's try to find a way to be as positive, whether it's in school or at work or on the football field or the volleyball court or the soccer field or just in school. Let's be as positive with our tongue as we can be. If you struggle with that or anything else, please come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ, just north of Walmart on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m.
Your pet is an important member of your family. That's why at Artesia Animal Clinic, we strive to provide complete care for your pet. Our services include dental, lab, preventative medicine, surgery, and ultrasound, along with herd health for our livestock friends. We also know how busy you are, so we'll do our best to accommodate your schedule. Meet our doctors and staff by visiting artesiaanimalclinic.com or just drop by our clinic at 110 West Mahone, across from the Artesia Ford Service Center. Artesia Animal Clinic, serving the needs of your pets and livestock 24/7, 365 days a year.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here live at Bulldog Bowl, and as I said, Robbie, the Ruidoso Warriors coming in tonight looking to get a win, and of course the Artesia Bulldogs looking to get a big victory going into their off week and then into district play.
Warriors coming in tonight 3-2 on the season. They've had really good wins over Mountain View, Chaparral, and Colbury, and they've lost to Robertson and Santee. So coming in 3-2, looking for a win tonight before they begin their district play. And the Artesia Bulldogs coming in tonight 4-2, as we have defeated Hobbs, Belen, Deming, and Lovington, and then we lost to Carlsbad and Cleveland. So both teams looking to just get a last tune-up, fix some things, and get ready for district play tonight, Joby.
Yeah, like you said, the district play is coming up for the Bulldogs and the Ruidoso Warriors, so both teams want to be tuned up for that. and because it's kind of the second season. I mean, the first half of the season, non-district opponents, it matters to an extent because it does matter how you do in terms of your wins and losses when they look at the seeding. But if you win your district, and that automatically puts you up there because you're a district champ. So the first half of the season is important. The biggest importance really is just preparing for that second half of the season, and then the third part of the season, which is the playoffs. And so, again, the Artesia Bulldogs just faced 2 weeks in a row the number 1 team in 6A, the number 1 team in 4A last week, and now get the number, I think they're 4th in the coaches poll. I think they were 7th in Max Preps or something like that, or 8th, the Ruidoso Warriors.
And coming into tonight, first cool night I think we've had to play football. On Friday night, it's 64 degrees. We've had rain on and off since yesterday here in Artesia. So we had just a pretty good storm come through here about an hour and a half ago. But it is clear right now, and it's getting dark early again. So Friday Night Lights is ready to go at 64 degrees here at Bulldog Bowl.
Yeah, let's go down on the field. The fans are starting to line up. The Bulldogs are coming out. And let's go down and see if we've got Jeff hooked up with us. Jeff, can you hear us down there?
Yeah, good evening, guys. How are you guys tonight?
Good. Got the Bulldogs coming out. The Ruidoso Warriors coming out, fixing to go down their ramp. The Bulldogs coming down the winner's ramp. How's it feel down on the field? Robbie said it's 64 degrees. You got a breeze. Good night for football.
Finally got a little bit of football weather. I think the boys are going to be feeling frisky when they come down here. This breeze feels good coming out of the north. I'm excited about it. I don't think we're going to get any more rain, and it's not like it used to be, guys, with a muddy field. This turf drains pretty fast. It's dry down here, so that'll be a fast field for us tonight.
All right, Jeff, we'll be coming back to you throughout the game. Thanks. So, Robbie, as the Bulldogs come on, they're wearing, for the radio fans out there that are listening on the radio, Bulldogs have on their white pants or orange jerseys with the black shoulders, and I think they've got their names in black outline on their backs. They're white letters, but black outline on those. Ruidoso Warriors in their, what colors did we call that? Navy? Navy and gold. They've got the navy pants, the white jerseys, and the gold helmets. And both teams are on the field. They haven't come through yet. The Ruidoso Warriors have their cheerleaders forming them a kind of a victory line. The Bulldogs, of course, have our fans lined up down the lines and getting ready to break through. And there they go, the Bulldogs coming through as they do the dog pile. Good crowd continues to develop here at Bulldog Bowl. Ruidoso has a smattering of fans, not a big contingent, but a good amount of fans for coming down from Ruidoso. And now Ruidoso Warriors take the field. They've got the American flag and then their high school flag also out there. And one of the big things we noticed, Robbie, I noticed it last week. I don't know if I talked about it much, but Artesia 5A school, although we're kind of on the lower end of 5A enrollment, but you look at the difference in number of young men on the field and Ruidoso's numbers compared to ours, and you can definitely tell a difference in the classification.
Yeah, there is. As you said, they're also traveling squad for them. I'm sure they only let so many travel with them and dress more out at home. But I was just sitting here thinking, I remember playing Ruidoso. I can tell you this, they come down from the mountain, so they play in altitude all the time. So it's going to be easier for them. I remember when we were playing my junior year, we went up there, and it was about the 7th game of the year. We were in shape and broke a long run, and I was done. I was winded after that one play in the first quarter. I had to catch my breath up in that altitude. So Warriors coming down the other way, so I'm sure they'll be fine tonight.
Yeah, I agree with that. They'll be fine in terms of, especially in terms of the altitude, because it's a little easier to breathe. They've got more oxygen down lower down here. So we won the toss and elected to receive. We're going to be defending looks like we're defending the north goal. So we're going from north to south as our kickoff return team is out with Coach Olivas on the field. The kickoff team for the Ruidoso Warriors with their coach out on the field. The officials out there ready to go. And so on the clock, it shows 2 minutes. I don't know if they'll let it run off or if we'll get started, Robbie. But like Jeff said, we've got a breeze. It was kind of blowing out of the west, and now it's shifted. Looks like it's kind of coming out of the north and west, north and northwest. I don't know how strong it's blowing. It's got the American flag moving. Last week it was almost no breeze. So we got a little bit of a cool breeze blowing tonight. And Artesia ready to take on the Ruidoso Warriors.
Yeah, Jeff gave us a turf report, which I appreciate him doing. I kind of wanted him just to take off across the end zone and plant, and so we could see how slick the turf was. So I know he's listening right now, and he's shaking his head saying, no, I'm not going to do that. But that would have been good if he could have done that for us.
Yeah, he's planted a few times on this field. And now I don't remember if it had turf. I do remember. It didn't have turf when Jeff was in high school. But he's planted a few times. So, yeah, it would have been good to see him plant down there.
1951, so it wasn't turf.
Oh! No,
what?
he's not. He's giving a big grant down there.
He's nodding.
Yeah, and he's saying, yeah, then that means you guys played in the 40s.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
All right, the kicking team, kickoff return team is on the field.
All right, back deep for the Bulldogs is Fierro, and let me get their numbers, Barrera, and number 41. And that is, I know he's playing, that's Rascon, Finley Rascon. And then in the middle is, help me out here, 39. That's usually that's Nye Estrada.
Oh, it confused me. I thought he had a different number. I was going to say Estrada, and you said 39, and for some reason in my brain that didn't connect.
That's not a quarterback number.
It's not a quarterback number, but he's been wearing it, I think, all year. For whatever reason, I didn't connect it. All right, so the Ruidoso Warriors are in their kickoff. They're in their huddle with the kicker in the middle of them. We'll see if they break out or if they are going to break out. And I was looking to see who their kicker was, and I still can't see his number.
Charleston, number 10.
Okay, so it's number 10. So they kind of come lopsided, and he's going to kick it, a little pooch kick over to the left side, and it gets out of bounds, luckily, because, man, we didn't have that covered, and there was a Ruidoso Warrior coming down on it quickly.
It did. I said that was 10. It was number 40.
Number 40?
Yeah, he's not on there. It's number 40 that kicked, though. It's number 10 that ran it out of bounds.
All right, so number 40 kicked it, and I don't see his number on any of our stuff. Do you?
I don't.
Okay. All right, so the Bulldogs elect to take it right there where it went out of bounds at their own 46-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs at the 46. Defense is not on the field yet. They've already put the ball down in play, and now the referee picks it up. I guess he's going to, and now they're going to mark off some. What are we doing here? So we took the penalty. Well, I'm not sure what just happened. Do you know? Well, 1st and 10. We've got trips to the wide side of the field, ball on the near hash going from the north to the south. Taylor in the backfield with Barrera to his right, turn, handed off to him. He's up the middle. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 25, 20, 15, 10. One man to beat. He knocks him out of bounds. Looked like Robbie about at the 1-yard line. Great blocking and great run.
Well, we talked about that 3-3 defense they run. They blitzed both outside linebackers from the outside, gave the ball up the middle. Barrera makes one cut and goes down the sideline.
So 1st and goal for the Bulldogs, right back on the ball. Going to turn, hand it off to Barrera again. He makes one man miss. He's in easily. 2 plays, touchdown, Bulldogs.
So number 74 for the Bulldogs, Velasquez drove his guy about 5 yards deep in the end zone. It's really hard not to score when your line's blocking like that.
Yeah, they blew open a hole on the right side. He made one cut on the first play, and down he goes all the way to the 1-yard line. The Bulldogs hurry up, get right back on the ball, down the 1-yard line, and like you said, the offensive line blows him out again. He goes in easily after one cut, and the Bulldogs now lead 6-0, and it looks like we're going to run for 2 points here. So we are. So Peyton Dean's in there in that big package, brings the man in motions. Barrera, snap is back. He's going to run to this side. They kick out, and he's not even touched. He goes in untouched on the right side. Great blocking.
New wrinkle to that. We had a motion man, Barrera, go from right to left. And then Peyton Deans took the snap and went to the right behind his blocking. And as you mentioned, we kicked one guy out. He just went in the end zone untouched.
All right, so we're going to take our first break. 11:47 to go here in the first quarter. The Artesia Bulldogs lead the Ruidoso Warriors 8-0. We'll be back after this timeout.
Here are some helpful tips to get you and your teeth through the winter months from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Brush your teeth twice a day. Brushing not only protects your teeth, but also protects the gums from catching infections. Use the right toothpaste. The cold winter air as well as sinus pressure can cause sensitivity. Floss daily. Flossing protects your mouth from developing plaque, which can make you more prone to problems like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and oral cancer. At Smile Expressions, we welcome new patients. Contact us today, 575-746-1900.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. That's scoring drive for the Artesia Bulldogs. 2 plays, 49 yards, capped off by Jake Barrera. 2-yard touchdown run. Bulldogs go for 2 and score. So the Bulldogs lead 8-0.
All right, the kickoff team is on the field for the Artesia Bulldogs. Jake Parrish doing the kicking honors as the Ruidoso Warriors back ready to receive. And he gets the go-ahead. Here's the kick. Going to kick it deep. It's going to be caught at about the 15-yard line on the right side of the field. And the Bulldogs there in great coverage. He gained about 7 yards, number 6 did. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ruidoso Warriors, as that was Caden Sago who received that kick. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
So the two safeties, defensive starting safeties for the Bulldogs, make the tackle, and Finley Rascon and Jesse Armendariz.
All right, so the ball is going to be on the near hash. Ruidoso going from south to north, from right to left on your radio dial. Number 7 is their quarterback, and that is Griffin Hooker. As he takes a look over the defense, has man to his left in the shotgun, turns, and he hands it off to number 27, tries to bounce outside. The Bulldogs do an excellent job stringing him out and then collapsing on him when he tried to cut back.
Yeah, as you mentioned, trying to go outside, but unable to as the Bulldogs stayed in their lanes, made him cut back. The pursuit down the line of scrimmage was there as number 44 for the Bulldogs, and I don't have him on the starting lineup. That's Jesse LaRock. Yep.
All right, so a gain of about 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as the Bulldogs, they run a little reverse, and oh my goodness, Robbie, we read that. Stayed home, and that's a loss.
So they running the play to the right, and then the reverse comes back to the left, and Jesse LaRock again from his right side position stayed home and let the running back just run right into him, and then he got some help from other Bulldogs to make the tackle for a loss.
Loss of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 13 for the Ruidoso Warriors. 10:47 and counting here in the first quarter as Hooker, the quarterback, has Hall behind him this time. Bulldogs bring a blitz. The ball's on the ground, and it looks like Hall was able to just fall on it. So that'll bring up 4th down as he tried to hand it to him. So 4th down, that's another loss of 2. So it'll be 4th and 16 for the Warriors as they bring in their punt team.
Tough series for the Warriors. Didn't get anything on down 1. Tried to reverse, lost yards, and then fumbled it on that 3rd down play. So that's tough after the Bulldogs scored in 2 plays to turn it back over in 3.
So the clock is running. It is 4th down and long as Ruidoso is getting a man on the field. He'll get out there and get set. Looks like a receiver. And they've got plenty of time on the play clock.
So Greathouse back deep for the Bulldogs.
Snap is back. Punt is away. Kind of a low line driver. It's going to take a big bounce, and Greathouse is going to catch it. He's running down the sideline to the 30, to the 20, makes a man miss. That's going to be a touchdown, Robbie. In for the touchdown is the sophomore Greathouse, and the Bulldogs go up 14-0 on 2.
That's one that makes your heart leap in your chest as a coach, because it did, as you mentioned, hit the ground. He came running up hard, and there was a Warrior nearby, but he got it on one hop and just took off down that left sideline, made the last guy miss. He juked him on the sideline and went into the end zone. So great job and great blocking by the punt return team.
So the Bulldogs look like they're going to line up in their swinging gate this time, and we'll see if they swing out of it or if they go for 2 again. 14-0, 9:49 to go here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, the Bulldogs lead. They went for 2 the first time in that heavy package, and they got it relatively easy. So now they're just going to get out of the swinging gate quickly, and now we're going to have I thought I heard a whistle blow. They did, but they were just. So we're lining up to go for the normal PAT, and the Bulldogs look confused, not sure what's going on. Snap is down, hold is down, the kick is up, and it looked good from here. It was. So the Bulldog, a lot of confusion there, Robbie. I'm not sure what happened, but they end up getting the extra point. Let's keep it here and go down to Jeff and just talk about the excitement on the field. Jeff, Bulldogs score in 2 plays offensively and then come right back with that great defensive stand, 3 plays and out. And then on the punt return, Greathouse just takes it to the house.
Yeah, a little confusion on the extra point, though, guys. I think we're missing an interior lineman, but got the hold down and a good kick. The one thing with Greathouse, you always coach those punt returners to catch that ball or field the ball going forward, and the faster you can do that, the better. But he hit that thing fast, and so great play.
All right, so the kickoff return team now on the field again for the Ruidoso Warriors, the kickoff team out there for the Bulldogs.
And I appreciate Josh Howard up here again doing our stats for us. That was a 45-yard punt return for a TD by Greathouse. So good job by him, and thanks, Josh, for the stats.
All right, so the kickoff team back on the field as Jake Parrish is coming out to do the kicking honors once again. The Bulldogs lead here with 9:49 to go in the first quarter, 15-0 here in this final regular season game before we get into district play. Next week, the Bulldogs have the week off to hopefully get any injuries that have been nagging and let them get a little rest and get a break. And then we go into our district. All right, here's the kick. Again, kicks it over to the right side. It's going to bounce. It bounces up to number 6. He fields it, and then he is tackled out at about the 27-yard line.
Lopez and Armadero is in on the tackle for the Bulldogs, as that was number 87, Parrish, that kicked off for the Bulldogs.
Right, and I think it was number 6 returning it for the Warriors. That's Caden Sago again. All right, so the defense, who we saw push the Ruidoso Warriors backwards the first time around, are back on the field. And Ruidoso's Griffin Hooker, the quarterback, he's got Hall behind him in the shotgun, kind of a pistol look. And he calls out, barks out, and then they all look over at the coaching staff to get the play. He turns, quick throw to number 31. We've got a penalty flag, and he is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Great job by the defense, Robbie.
Great open field tackle. His quick throw out to the right. Pondo comes up from his corner position, breaks down like he's supposed to, and then just wraps up his legs and takes him down.
So there was no gain, but there was a penalty flag, and I believe, well, they haven't told us yet, so I'll wait and see what they say. Personal foul, a chop block on the Ruidoso Warriors, so the Bulldogs look like they're going to accept that penalty. That's a 15-yarder.
So that short passing game, right, the linemen fire off, and 2 of them must have went after one of our guys. It's the only way you get a chop block, right? Hit them high and hit them low.
Yeah, the high-low. Mm-hmm. So it's backs them up 15 yards. It'll remain first down, so it's first down and 25. And the quarterback Hooker in the shotgun. He has Hall to his right. We've got 2 receivers, and then we've got a false start on Ruidoso, so that's going to back them up another 5. It'll remain first down. And I guess it's a half the distance, isn't it? So 2.5 yards since they're inside the 20. So it'll be first down and 27 for the 27.5 for the Ruidoso Warriors. As Hooker takes a look over the defense, I think he still has number 27 Hall. He's in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the far side. Snap is back, fakes the handoff. Play action, he's going to roll out to his right. He's looking down the field. He throws it. He's got a man, but it's going to be out of bounds. The receiver was between 2 Bulldog defenders, but the pass was too far to catch.
So he's trying to hit number 12. He rolled to his right. Luna did a good job, and then Seth Johnson coming up to put pressure on him. He threw it down, and it's number 12, and I don't show him on. They got 2 number 11s, but not a number 12. You see number 12 on the starting line. Anyway, just threw it out of bounds, and defenders were there in front and behind him.
Cooper Pritchett, number 12. He is on our lineup card.
So trying to hit Pritchett.
All right, so it's second down and 27 as Hooker in the backfield with Hall behind him, brings a man in motion. He's got 3 to the right side. Now, that's another false start or illegal motion. They didn't call it, though, as the pass was intended for the wide receiver on the far side, and it falls short. No flag down. So the guy that came in motion started going forward before the snap, but no flag was thrown. So it'll be third down and 27. As Ruidoso does not huddle, they're just looking to their coaching staff on the all of them staying down there in their positions. Now they're moving around. 9:09 to go in the first quarter. The Bulldogs lead 15-0. As Hooker takes a look at all of them look at their wristbands to get their play. They've got what we would call an A formation, except for the back is behind him. They're going to Bulldogs bring a blitz, and it's caught out there by number 27 Hall, and he's going to get back out to about the 25-yard line before he is upended.
Boy, we bought a blitz that time, and he was unblocked, so he had to get rid of it quickly. He hit his running back out in the right flat, went up the right sideline until he ran into Pondo, who made another tackle tonight.
So it's fourth down and 13. They'll bring on the punting team again, and I want to tell you who was on that blitz in case you missed it. Number 12, Peyton Deans, got a lot of speed. He came untouched, and lucky he had his running back out in the flat, or he would have gotten creamed as Peyton came in untouched. All right, so with a punter, and you got his number, Robbie?
The punter?
The punter.
32.
32 puts a punt up. It's going to be another short punt. It does take a bounce. And Deans is going to catch it again off the bounce. He is wrapped up for a minute. He breaks through it, and he gets down to about the 45-yard line. Boy, another dangerous thing there by the sophomore, but he's able to wrap it up and then break a tackle and get about 4 yards.
Yeah.
All right, so 8:14 to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs leading 15-0. We've only run 2 offensive plays. Both were handoffs to Barrera. He went for a long run and then a 2-yard touchdown run. So, and then we had a punt return for a touchdown. So we lead 15-0. So the third offensive play, we're starting at the Ruidoso Warrior 45. Taylor looks to throw. He backs up. He steps up under pressure. He's got a man wide. He's pretty wide open, and that's a touchdown. Bulldogs. Lopez from Taylor.
So pick your poison. They brought the 2 linebackers on a blitz. We ran Jake up the middle. He goes to the 2-yard line. And then on the first series, they left the linebackers back. They only rushed 3. Taylor does a good job stepping up in the pocket, letting Lopez break free, and hits him for a touchdown pass.
Lopez was probably 5 yards behind the defender. He had to slow up just a little bit, but a great pass and catch. As he was going into the end zone, he catches it. Bulldogs in the swinging gate. Now they're going to swing out of it and go for the normal PAT. 21-0, the Bulldogs lead with 8:07 to go here in the first quarter. So the Bulldogs have now run 3 offensive plays. They've run 1 punt return, and they've got 3 touchdowns. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and the kick was good. So again, with 8:07 to go in the first quarter, 22-0 here live at Bulldog Bowl. The Bulldogs on top. We'll be back.
Hi, Cambria here from your Artesia KFC Taco Bell. As a mother of 2 young boys, I know how hard dinner time can be. So let us take the stress out of your day and do the cooking for you. Come try our $35 fill-up meal. It includes 8 pieces of original recipe chicken, 10 extra crispy tenders, sides, biscuits, and a half-gallon of lemonade or Pepsi. It's everything you need for a complete family picnic. We hope to see you soon at your local Artesia KFC Taco Bell.
The lobby is open. Come dine with us at your KFC Taco Bell in Artesia.
All right, welcome back to KSVP. Artesia Bulldogs go up 22-0, 22-0 on that 1-play drive. Went 45 yards as Taylor to Lopez for a touchdown pass.
So we don't have a lot of yards on the board offensively, around 90, I think.
Yep.
But we got 3 touchdowns. So 3 offensive plays and a punt return, and we've got 22 points on the board. The Bulldog defense playing lights out right now. Here's the kick by Parrish. Again, going to kick it to the right side. Coming up on it is number 6. He catches it at the 20. Looks for somewhere to go, and he runs into a scrum, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds at about the 30, 31-yard line.
Yeah, in on the tackle for the Bulldogs, number 32, number 37. Not some numbers I readily recognize, so that'll be Blaze Burns and Romo.
All right, so the Bulldogs defense back on the field as the Warriors will come back out offensively. Their third possession. They've got 2 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 to the near side. Ball on the near hash. Hooker in the backfield in the shotgun. He's got Hall behind him. Snap back. He kind of fumbles it. Looks to throw. Steps up. He's got Bulldogs coming down on him. He's going to throw it deep. Bulldog coverage is pretty good, and he's going to knock it down. Good coverage back there.
Good coverage. Good rush. Barundo got in there to put pressure on him from his defensive tackle position. Riley Jarrett was coming also, and then Pondo again back on coverage. They both went up for it. Pondo just took a big swat at it and knocked it down.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Warriors as they, again, do not huddle, but they're getting their calls in, and then they look at wristbands, everybody, including the linemen, so they know what play they're going to run. Hooker will stay in the shotgun. He's got Hall behind him. He's got a sniffer back over to his right behind the tackle. Oh, Bulldogs, nope, did not jump. So he steps in. He's got a man. It's going to be, almost intercepted, but it goes through the hands.
Yeah, it did. Saga was breaking across the field on a deep drag, and he threw it to him, and it went through his hands and hit a Bulldog in the hands, and he wasn't able to get it either.
And that was Pondo. As it was deflected, it was the pass was not too badly thrown by the quarterback Hooker, but bounced off of the intended receiver Sago, and then I thought I was ready to say it loud that we intercepted it, but it got through his hands. All right, so 3rd and 10 at the 30. Hooker in the shotgun, Hall behind him in the pistol. He's got 2 receivers to the far side, 2 receivers to the near side. Now he brings the man in motion. You're going to have 3 receivers on the short side of the field. The quarterback's going to roll this way. Hooker looking down the field. He's going to throw it back across his body. Number 4 catches it. He needs to get upfield, and he does not get the first down, Robbie. Great job by the swarming Bulldog defense.
Yeah, that's a good play by the Warriors. They rolled to his left, and then that receiver, number 4 for the Ruidoso Warriors, which is Holland, just found an opening and squatted. Go ahead, Joby.
All right, so they're going to line up and try to go quickly. They do. They hand it off, and the Bulldogs are going to stop him. It's going to be a turnover on downs. He gains 1 yard before he's tackled.
They tried to line up real quick and make that yardage, but Wesson was there. Riley Jarrett was there for the Bulldogs and hold him short of that first down. Wow, that's a gutsy play here in the first quarter by the coach for the Warriors.
So they needed 2. They got 1. Bulldog defense collapsed. So first down and collapsed on the runner, that is. So first down and 10 for the Artesia Bulldog offense as they break the huddle ball near the middle of the field. Barrera will be to the left of Taylor in the shotgun. Got trips to the near side, which is the wider side. Turn, he's going to throw a little swing route to Greathouse. He's going to break up through the middle. He's to 30 to 35 and then spun down by number 57. We talked about him in that's 53, one of their linebackers. So a big pickup for the Bulldogs down to the Ruidoso Warrior 24-yard line. Clock is ticking, 7:04 to go here in the first quarter. We're going to break the huddle, empty backfield. Taylor has trips to the wide side, ball on the near hash. Snap is back, he looks to the short side of the field, steps up into the pocket. He's got a man wide open, and he just overthrows. It was Barrera. Was that the out and up?
Yeah.
So it falls incomplete. 6:51, that'll stop the clock. 6:51 to go here in the first quarter, as the Bulldogs have a 2nd and 10 at the Ruidoso Warrior 24-yard line. So Barrera gets back into the backfield this time. So back to more of our standard A-looking formation. Barrera to the right of Taylor. He's going to drop the pass. He's going to throw the out route. It's caught over there, and he is going to be wrapped up and tackled at about the 20.
It's Devin Fierro, just as you mentioned, running that out route. Good throw by Taylor, as there was a defender right on him, but it was just pinpoint accuracy by Taylor. Good catch by Fierro.
So 3rd down and 6 on the pickup after the pickup of 4. Bulldogs in the huddle. Clock is rolling, 6:25 and counting in the first quarter. It looks like it might have started sprinkling again as I see umbrellas coming out. Or maybe raining. All right, so 3rd down and 6, ball in the far hash, A formation, turn, fake the handoff, throw it over to the left side, and that's going to be a 1st down and more. He's to the 10, he's to the 5, he broke 1 tackle, and he's tackled down about the 5.
They brought a blitz again from the middle, and we're just countering that blitz, the quick throwing passing game outside. Wide receiver just the screen his other 2 are blocking. That's Rodriguez for the Bulldogs.
So first and goal at the 5-yard line as the Bulldogs hurry up offense. A formation, Barrera to the right. They're going to run speed option. Taylor's going to hold on to it. He's going to go up into the middle of the pack and then be stopped at about probably the 3-yard line, maybe the 4.
Yeah, the pitch guy or quarterback defender kind of split Taylor and Barrera, and Taylor decided to turn up inside of him, and there was nowhere to go. If he had pitched it, Barrera had the outside, but you got.
So actually then no gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the shotgun. Again, the A formation. He's going to take a couple steps, turn and throw it, and that ball was behind the intended receiver, so it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I've intended for Greathouse, and number 4 on great coverage, Holland for the Warriors, right on him as he was just got about 2 yards deep and running that out route, unable to complete that pass.
So that does stop the clock on the incompletion. 5:28 to go in the first quarter. It's 3rd down and goal at the 5-yard line. Going to go trips to the wide side, which is the near side. The ball kind of splitting the difference. Snap is back. Taylor looks to the left side. He's going to throw the slant. Touchdown, Artesia Bulldogs.
Well, I looked over there at Randall Hamilton. It split out on the left, wide out on the left, and the defender's standing halfway in the end zone. Well, that's easy. He took a few steps, broke it inside on the slant route, and as we talked about in the sideline show, they both read that. They both saw it. And so easy touchdown for the Bulldogs.
28-0 with 5:24 to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs in the swinging gate. Now they'll swing out of it and set up for the traditional PAT. So the 2nd touchdown pass thrown by Taylor. That time to Hamilton. Just on a slant route. Short side of the field. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So With 5:24 to go here in the first quarter, the Artesia Bulldogs have scored 29 points. Ruidoso Warriors have 0. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back for the kickoff right after this message.
The demand for registered nurses continues to grow. Now is the time to apply for New Mexico's #1 ranked nursing program at ENMU Roswell. A new class of first-year students will be accepted for this coming January 2022 semester. Receive state-of-the-art training with experienced faculty who will prepare you for a rewarding career in nursing. Application deadline is November 5th. For more information, call 575-624-7401.
Welcome back to Bulldog Bowl. The Artesia Bulldogs go up 29-0 over the Warriors. That was a 7-play drive by the Bulldogs, totaling 39 yards, and it ended with a touchdown pass, 5-yard pass from Taylor to Randall Hamilton.
All right, so the kickoff team back on the field here as Parrish will set the ball on the X in the middle of the field and get ready to kick. He gets the go-ahead, and here is the kick. Going to kick it right back to the same spot at about the 12-yard line. It's fumbled. Ball still on the field, and then boom, as soon as he picks it up, he's hit.
As Lopez comes flying down the field like he does all year on the kickoff team, and as number 6 struggled to pick that ball up, as I said, but he may have got that 3 inches off the ground, and Lopez just absolutely nailed him.
Yeah, good job hanging on to it.
Oh,
he
my
got
gosh,
creamed.
he did.
So they're going to start right there where at the 12-yard line. That's where the ball was kicked to by Parrish, and he caught it, but it looked like it was in slow motion. He caught it, and then it just kind of went down to the ground, and he stood there trying to pick it up, and he couldn't find the handle. It was on the right side instead of the left. All right, so it's first down and 10 for the Warriors as the sniffer back goes into motion. The snap is back, fumble, and they fumble it twice, and the quarterback just falls on it. He fumbled it, picked it up, fumbled it again, and fell on it, so it's a loss of about 3.
Wow, the Warriors are just struggling, holding on to that ball in the kickoffs and the snaps. That's about the 3rd fumble snap we've seen tonight. So just struggling to get a handle on the ball to even get the offense running. All
right, so it'll be second down and 13 at their own 9-yard line, and they are switching footballs. And the umbrellas, are still some umbrellas out. A lot of them have been put down, so I can't tell from where we're sitting if it's raining or not. All right, so Hooker has Hall behind him. Bulldogs looking to show blitz. They do bring it. They hand it off to Hall, and, man, he runs into a wall.
I can't even – let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Bulldogs are getting up off that tackle.
Yeah, they piled in there on it. So it's going to – he gained 1 yard, so they did get some forward momentum. So it'll be third down and 12 at their own 10-yard line as they look over to the sideline to get their play called in from their coach, their coaching staff.
You got Luna, Calderon, Barunda, and Riley Jarrett on that defensive line playing really well.
All right, so Hooker in the shotgun, takes snap. He fakes the handoff. He rolls out to his right. He's looking. He's going to throw it, and it's overthrown. The intended receiver looked like number 31.
Yeah, trying to get it to Sandoval on that deep out route, whatever you want to call that. And then he had a little separation between him and Pondo, just unable to connect with him.
So that brings up 4th and 12 as the punting unit comes on once again for the Ruidoso Warriors. Back deep for the Bulldogs is Greathouse. And so I don't think we've had Greathouse back deep. It's the first game, right? Am I right thinking that?
I don't know. I'm sitting there thinking we saw 1 punt last week. So,
well, it's been, you're right. There haven't been many punts last 2 weeks.
I don't know.
All right. It looks like they're missing a player. Ruidoso is. They're going to call timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. The Artesia Bulldogs leading 29-0, 3:58 to go in the first quarter.
This is Danny Kirkendall at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia, and I'm inviting you to come see our professional sales team for your next new car or truck purchase. Let us show you how enjoyable and hassle-free the buying experience can be. We've got a great selection of the newest Chevy, Buick, and GMC models with inventory arriving daily. So come see us at Guy Chevrolet. First and Main in Artesia or on the web at guychevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day.
Okay, coming out of this timeout, it'll be 4th and 12 for the Ruidoso Warriors. The ball is on the near hash as their punter lines up in the backfield. In the end zone is what I meant to say. to punt out of the end zone. And we've got Greathouse back. He's standing at about the 44-yard line. The snap is back. It's going to be a returnable kick, a punt, I think, as it hits the ground. He catches it. He's to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, 20. Cuts inside of a man down to the 10 before he's knocked out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him out. He might have stepped out before that. Good return there by Greathouse.
Yeah, just off to his left. It hits the ground, and as Jeff mentioned, he picked that up off the ground or bounced right to him full speed and headed down that left sideline behind some good blocking. I saw Pondo throw a good block, and number 53 made the tackle for the Warriors, which is Hall.
All right, so it's going to be first down and 10 from the Ruidoso Warrior 12-yard line as the Bulldog offense comes out on they've got the ball in the far hash. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the backfield. A formation turn, handed off to Barrera. He makes a man miss. He's to the 5. He's going to go in to the end zone.
Well, it's just a run up the middle. That's just your offensive line taking control of the game again. And then Barrera breaking through 2 tackles once they were able to get to him, and he dove into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the Bulldogs go up 35-0 now, and they've got their swinging gate on. And running clock right at 35.
Should be.
So we'll have a running clock. So they're in the swinging gate, bring Barrera in motion, and now actually that's not Barrera, is it? That's number 39. So that's Nye Estrada now running that motion we've seen, and he's also holding. So Barrera was holding and running that motion earlier in the season, and now they've got Nye Estrada in there. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So 36-0, 3:38 to go here in the first quarter. And we will take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey friends, here's to a bright and cheery summer. Come by and let Forest Tire check your tires. Cars, trucks, semis, RVs, we do it all. We know that being there is what matters most. That's why Michelin packs more innovation inside its tires to maximize performances without sacrificing capabilities. So you can continue to go the extra mile to be there for the ones who matter most. Have fun and stay safe. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
All right, welcome back, folks. That scoring drive summary brought to you by Josh Howard. 1 play, 12 yards, and capped off by a touchdown run by Barrera. So not a whole lot of offensive yards because we're playing on half a field right now, Joby.
Yeah. And we've had a limited number of plays because we score so quick.
Yeah,
it's just been one of those nights.
I will say this: it's good to see the PAT team. We struggled with that last week. It was like a jailbreak, and so they fixed that this week.
All right, Parrish with the kick. It's going to hit the ground at the 20. It's caught this time on the bounce and going up the right sideline. I think that's Hall, and it is the running back, and he'll make it out close to the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot him.
So just good coverage again by the kickoff team. They're limited the Warriors because they're kicking it to the right side. But number 32 for the Bulldogs, Blaze Burns, comes up and makes that tackle.
All right, so they will start at their own 27-yard line, or 28-yard line. So he did get knocked out of bounds a little further back than I thought. So number 7, the quarterback, Hooker, in the backfield. He's in the shotgun. He's got number 32 as a sniffer back. He's got Hall behind him in the pistol, and now he brings the man in motion, ball in the near hash. Snap is back. It's low. He gets it. He steps up. He gets hit right when he throws it. That's going to be picked off, and that's caught out there, and going the other way is going to be Peyton Dean. I don't think quarterback's going to catch him. He will not. That's a touchdown on the interception.
Well, you want to talk about a night when everything's going your way, when you already got 36 points in the first quarter with 3 minutes left, and your rush gets to the quarterback. The only thing they can do to try to catch up is pass the ball. I mean, they can't sustain a long drive and try to do that. And they get to him, and as you mentioned, slap his arm. Peyton Deans goes up, gets that, goes down left sideline, and scores for the Bulldogs.
So Peyton Dean, the number 2 quarterback on the depth chart for the Bulldogs, moved over to defense this week, playing linebacker. We talked about him on the previous drive as he almost got to the quarterback on a blitz. That time he's out in coverage from his linebacker position, and the ball just was like a high, short punt. It got, as you said, we had a defender get to the quarterback right when he went to throw it. The ball goes way up in the air. Peyton's out there. He catches it. It goes the other direction for the touchdown. All right, so the Bulldogs again, looks like they got a little bit of confusion on the PAT, or maybe they were just waiting on the referees. So they'll swing out of the swinging gate. 42-0 is our score with 3:22 to go here in the first quarter. I keep wanting to say first half, but it's the first quarter. As the Estrada doing the holding. Snap is back. Great snap. Kick is up. And it looks good. And they do say it is good. So 43-0. And Jeff, down there on the sidelines, we see these kind of games from time to time where it seems like everything goes right for your team. I guess that's what's happening, right?
Yeah. It's raining on and off, and Ruidoso's really struggling with the wet ball. You guys have picked. My mic might be cutting in and out. The one thing I will say, guys, though, I'm happy to see that our first touchdown, we went for 2. So that might be something we're happy about here in just a little bit.
I think I know where you're going with that. All right, so 3:22 to go in the first quarter. The score 43-0 as Parrish sets it up on the X in the middle of the field, gets the ball from the official and gets everything ready to go. And it is number 27 back there in that spot where we've been kicking it the entire game. He came into that spot on the last kickoff return, and that is Hall, the starting running back. All right, here's the kick, and he's going to kick it back there about the same place. Going to come up on it, catch it at the 19, does Hall. He runs into a Bulldog and then pushes forward as the pile will move out to around the 32-yard line.
So we'll wait for about 15 players to get off of him, and I'll see who made that tackle. That's number 44, LaRock, again for the Bulldogs. First man, our first Bulldog there. Interception return for a touchdown for Peyton Deans.
All right, so 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line as Hooker will line up in the shotgun. He has Hall behind him in the pistol formation. He's got 2 receivers to the near side, which is the short side. Snap is back, going to turn and hand it off to Hall. He picks his way on that left side and gains about 3 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and actually picks up 4 with the forward momentum. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Warriors at the 36-yard line as they again take a look over to the sideline, get their play, look at their wristbands, and now Hooker in the shotgun with Hall behind him. Snap is back. He's going to turn and run the speed option. He's got a little bit of a lane, and then it closes quickly. Pickup of approximately 2. It'll be 3rd down and about 4.
Well, it looked like something was there as he went to his right, and it had a gap there for him. But as he turned upfield, Seth Johnson came from his middle linebacker position and just ear-holed him, took him down.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1, 2, 3. So they get 7. They get 3 on that pickup. This time Hall to the left of Hooker in the backfield. The Bulldogs showing blitz again. Snap is back. Turns, hands it off to Hooker on the right side. Going around, trying to get around the right side. He is not going to get there as he is hit and spun out of bounds.
Good job by Wesson from his linebacker position. He's got some speed as he was heading out, trying to get around their right side and unable to get around Wesson. Got some hands on him and then was able to slow him down and get some help from Pondo.
All right, so it'll be 4th down and 2. It looks like they're going to keep their offense out there. 4th and 2 at their own 40 as they may try to draw the Bulldogs off sides here, Robbie. Hooker in the shotgun. He's got Hall behind him in the pistol. 2 receivers to the short side of the field, which is the far side. The wide side near us here in the press box. And now they're going to call a timeout. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout as well. 43-0. The Artesia Bulldogs lead the Ruidoso Warriors with 1:31 to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole!
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here. 1:31 to go in the first quarter. The Ruidoso Warriors called the timeout. They've got 4th and 2 at their own 40-yard line. It looks like they will go ahead and run an offensive play. Wide side of the field, they've got a receiver and a slot back. They've got a wide receiver to the short side of the field, which is opposite us here in the press box. The quarterback, Hooker, in the backfield. He's in the shotgun. He's got a running back behind him. Turns, hands it off to Hall, and he will get the first down. Looks like he's going to pick up the yardage necessary +1.
Good job by the Warrior offensive line that time. They were able to sustain some blocks, enough for him to get in and through there until LaRock made the tackle.
So the Warriors, once again, do not huddle. They take a look over at the sideline. They all look at their wristbands to get the play. And they've got the ball near the middle of the field. Hooker will look over the Bulldog defense. He's got a slot and a wide out to the near side. One receiver to the far side. Turn and hand it off again. And Hall picks his way through and will pick up maybe 2 yards on the carry.
Good job by number 90, Michael Barunda, defensive tackle. He got extension with his arms on that offensive lineman, and then when Hall tried to come by him, he was able to shuck the lineman and reach out there and make that tackle.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8 at their own 46-yard line as the Warriors get their play in. They've got a pair of slot. They got 3 receivers to this side. I guess that X-back is kind of in a flex. He's going to turn, hand it off to Hall once again. He gets up into the middle of the line and will pick up maybe 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, they're getting a little push now. Those are 3 straight runs right up the middle, just off tackle or off center. So they're getting a little push on our defense right now.
Yeah, they got 3 on that 4th and 2. Then they've gotten 5 on the last 2 carries. So it'll be 3rd down, actually 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Warriors. As once again they're going to line up. This time they're going to kind of stack receivers. So they got a wide out with a receiver right behind him, and they're going to run a play here.
Into quarter.
Oh, they're going to let the quarter run out. I was wondering if they were going to try to run an old trickery there. All right, so the quarter has ended. The score at the end of the first quarter, 43-0, Artesia on top. Let's go down to Jeff. And Jeff, what's expectations for the second quarter as far as the Bulldogs? Do you think we'll see some subs coming in?
It's hard to say, guys. I don't know. A game like this takes a unique recipe to come up with this score like this, and we've got all the ingredients tonight. We've scored on special teams. We've got a defensive touchdown. Got a couple of long plays on offense. So we'll see what Coach Maupin thinks, but one more, guys.
So one more. When Jeff says that, he's talking about getting to 50. And so in New Mexico high school football, 50-point run rule is in effect. It does not happen until after halftime, though. So the clock is running, will be running, and so it can get over quickly the first half. But if we score another touchdown and we keep them from scoring, Robbie, and the half ends, then that will be the end of the ball game.
And after one quarter, the Ruidoso Warriors have 35 yards of total offense, and the Artesia Bulldogs have 150. Quite a difference there.
Quite a difference, and not as many for the Bulldogs as you might expect after scoring 43 points. But you said it a while ago, we've played on their side of the field all night. And so that's where, and then, quick scoring for the Bulldogs. All right, so it'll be 3rd down and a long 4 for the Ruidoso Warriors. Hooker takes he's got those receivers stacked on either side. Bulldogs bring a blitz. Ball's on the floor, on the field. It looks like he got it back, or did the Bulldogs get it? Looks like
Hall has it.
Hall has it?
Yeah.
So they lose about 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and 9 for the Ruidoso Warriors back at their own 45-yard line.
That's just a missed exchange from Hooker to Hall. I mean, he took the snap, and he was late getting the handoff to him, and it fell to the turf.
Yeah, it looked like he was bobbling it from the snap.
Yeah.
And so, again, maybe that slick ball, I'm not sure. But Ruidoso looks like they are going to stay in there and run an offensive play. All right, so 4th down and 9. Hooker does stay in at quarterback. He's got a slot and a wideout on either side. Running back is Hall behind him in the shotgun. And taking his time, looks over the defense. Bulldogs, and now we're going to have a delay of game on the Ruidoso Warriors because the play clock was running and he didn't get the snap off in time. So that'll march them back 5 yards. So now it'll be 4th down and 14 for the Ruidoso Warriors back at their 40-yard line. But it looks like they're going to keep the same offensive set out there. So a pair of slots and a pair of wideouts. Hooker in the shotgun. He's got Hall behind him in that pistol formation. Bulldogs step up a man into the, they do bring a blitz. We're going to have a holding in the backfield. The ball is released down the field and coming over and playing defense there for the Bulldogs, breaking up the pass.
Calderon put pressure on Hooker that time, and he was about 2 steps away from getting to to him. Hooker released it, and then a great coverage by Finley Rascon for the Bulldogs.
So there was a hold on the play, but the Bulldogs should decline it because it was 4th down, so it'll be a turnover, and the coaching staff saying decline.
So just some other games we're going to be tracking tonight. Goddard is playing Mayfield. Roswell is playing Dumas, Texas. And then we got Farmington, who's taking on Los Alamos. So we'll be watching some of the top-ranked teams in 5A tonight and seeing how they're doing. There was one more. Well, Alamogordo is going to play Chaparral tonight.
All right, so the Bulldog offense on the field once again. 1st down and 10 at the Ruidoso Warrior 40. Going to go trips to the near side, which is the wide side. Barrera to the right of Taylor in the shotgun. One receiver to the far side. He's going to look, throw the swing pass out here to the 35, to the 30, and then run out of bounds is the Bulldog receiver.
So I was looking at some scores, and you might have said it, but when I saw that ball release, it came from the right side. So it's Peyton Deans in there at quarterback.
No, I did say it wrong. I saw the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, it looked weird to me with the right-handed quarterback that play because Taylor is left-handed.
Yeah, I just didn't realize he had taken his place. So, yep, Peyton Deans is in at quarterback, and that receiver was number 89 for the Artesia Bulldogs on the receiving end of that, and that was Matthew Seiss. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs after pickup of 11. Ball in the near hash, A formation, snap is back. Looking is Deans. He throws the out route. Well, it was actually just a stop route, and that's caught for the Bulldogs. Positive yards.
Yeah, good job by Rodriguez. He drove his guy back, stopped, turned around. Deans, good timing. Good throw by him. And quick completion for the Bulldogs.
Pickup of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Artesia Bulldogs at the Ruidoso Warrior 27-yard line. We're down to 9.5 minutes as the clock is rolling.
That's number 28 in the backfield for the Bulldogs, Valenzuela.
Okay, so number 28. Snap is back, going to hand it off, and going around the right side, and nowhere to go as Ruidoso Warriors play that perfectly. And then slam him to the ground. The helmet comes off of the Bulldog player.
It's Caden Salmon with the handoff that time, trying to go to the outside, number 35 for the Bulldogs. Solman, sorry.
Yeah, Caden Solman. All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 13 after the loss. Ball on the far hash, as the Bulldogs have gotten different players in there, as we've been talking about. Peyton Deans, the quarterback. And who was the running back we said, number 28?
Valenzuela.
Valenzuela to his right, trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. As Deans takes a look over the defense, snap is back. He's going to drop the throw. It gets through his hands. He'll scoop it up, and now he's looking for somewhere to go, and he runs by he throws it down the field, and it's going to be out of bounds as he was able to get that ball back at about the 46 or 7-yard line. It was the ball went the wrong way for quite a ways.
Yeah, that ball went about 10 yards behind him. He chased it down. When he did, there was 3 Warriors coming on him unblocked, and he was able to roll around to the right, threw it about 45 yards down the field in the end zone to Rodriguez, but it went out of bounds on him with his momentum.
So it brings up 4th and 13 for the Bulldogs, and down at the Ruidoso Warrior 32, Peyton Deans will come back into the huddle. 20 seconds on the play clock, 7:45 and counting on the game clock. Tripp's going to come to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Valenzuela to the right of Deans in the shotgun. Takes a look over the defense. Snap is back, looking to throw it. Steps into his throw. He's got a man down the field. It's going to be knocked down. Good almost reception, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was a pass to number 89 for the Bulldogs, which is Seiss. And number 11 on coverage for and I don't know which one, Sandoval it'd be Sandoval. Great coverage by Sandoval, because that was a good pass, but he had good coverage, stuck his hand up there and knocked it away from Seiss. Otherwise, that's a touchdown.
So the turnover on downs, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Ruidoso Warriors at their own 32-yard line. Ball on the far hash as they're going from the north to the south here in the second quarter. 7:20 and counting. That running clock makes the time go by quickly. Hooker with Hall behind him in the shotgun. Snap is back. Almost drops it, throws it out here. It's caught. He's going to get out to about the 37-yard line before he's tackled.
Parra and LaRock on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Quick throw out to the right as we got some other players out on defense, and we'll get their names in as we can.
So again, Ruidoso just they line up, and they're looking over to the coaching staff to get the play. Pickup of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Warriors as they're going to go in a near side of the field. They've got 3 receivers on this near side. Ball in the near hash. Snap is back. He's going to look and throw the slant route the other way, and Bulldogs break it up, and they're going to throw the flag on that. Got there too early.
Yeah, it was close. Blaze Burns, he saw it all the way from his corner position, that slant pattern, and as soon as the ball, and he got there a little early before the ball got there. So it's going to be a pass interference on him.
So that's a 15-yard penalty. That'll give them a 1st down.
I like the aggressiveness, though, Joby. Don't sit back and just let him complete the slant pass. I mean, time it a little bit better, but I like Burns' aggressiveness.
Absolutely. Good job driving up on it. That will put them on to the Bulldog side of the field for the first time this evening, as they'll have 1st and 10 on the near hash at the Bulldog 48-yard line for the Ruidoso Warrior offense. This time they go with a slot and a wide out to the far side. They also have an X-back over there, so 3 receivers. Hooker in the shotgun takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Hall around the right side. He's going to pick up some yards as he bulls forward and gets close to the 40-yard line.
That's Wesson and number 71 and number 70 for the Bulldogs who make those tackles, and that is Hammer and Kucher in there for the Bulldog defense.
All right, so the Ruidoso Warriors once again looking over to the sideline to get their play. Here in the first half, the Bulldogs 43, the Warriors 0. Short side of the field, well, they got the ball near the middle of the field. As Hooker in the shotgun takes snap, they're going to turn and fake the handoff. He's got a counter, and he's running wide open as the Bulldog defense was suckered into that counter, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. So Hooker with the touchdown run.
Yeah, he rode Hall, and Hall looked like he took the ball to the left, and Hooker pulled it, went to the right, and they made a wall. They sealed it all off, and with his speed against the defense, he just went down that right sideline into the end zone.
Yeah, the Bulldog defense had about 100% committed to that play the other way. They pulled their backside guard and tackle, and he just followed them. As you said, they created that wall for him. He goes in untouched. So 43-6 now the score with 5:38 to go here in the first half. And Ruidoso still looking what they're going to try to do here. And it looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field to go for 2. And that is what they're going to do. So they're going to have a slot and a wide out on either side. Hall behind Hooker in the shotgun. Brings a man into motion from the left side. And we're going to have something. Oh, delay a game. They ran out of time before they got the snap off, so that'll back them up 5.
Looking for some scores.
All right, so they'll back them up 5 yards. Now the Ruidoso Warriors looking again over to their sideline to see what they're going to do as big number 32 comes into the ball game. That's Dalton Trapp. He's 6'7". Big kid for Ruidoso. Snap is back, turn, fake the handoff. Hooker rolls this way, throws it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. So the 2-point conversion fails, Robbie. The score 43-6. Bulldogs lead here with 5:38 to go in the first half.
Good coverage down there by Joseph Carrasco. If that had been on target, he broke right in front of that receiver. Could have been an interception, but it was thrown wide. But Carrasco with good coverage.
So we've got a minute here. I'm going to do something I don't think I've ever done. I'm going to ask if we can get our director upstairs to put it down on the cheerleaders. We've got the cheerleaders have had a cheer clinic this week, and they've got a bunch of young ladies, young girls down there cheering with them. So I don't know if, Gene, if you can hear me, if you can get the cameraman to focus down there on the cheerleaders. There we go. I see it. So you see there's a bunch of cheerleaders on the field right now.
Many cheerleaders or future cheerleaders.
Future cheerleaders.
Wow, I guess they're cheerleaders right now. Just
there we go. I like that up top picture. You can see them down there. Thank you, guys. Thanks to the cameraman and Gene Dow, our director. Ruidoso lining up to kick it. They're going to put the ball in the middle of the field. And go ahead, Robbie.
That scoring drive for the Ruidoso Warriors was a 68-yard drive capped off by number 7 Hooker on a 40-yard touchdown run. Wow. I was looking for the number of plays, and I didn't see the number of plays on there. So it threw me for a second.
Threw him for the loop.
Yes.
All right, so they break out of their huddle.
Josh
ready to kick it.
Josh is confusing me.
And the kick is going to be just a sideline kick over to the right side, and it's going to be caught over there, and then he goes out of bounds. He tried to hold up Robbie and turn around and run the ball, but he runs himself out of bounds on the kickoff.
Yeah, that's Julian Rodriguez for the Bulldogs. He was running over there, and the ball kind of got behind him, but he was able to reach out and get it, and his momentum carried him. He tried to tiptoe the sideline, but his momentum carried him out of bounds.
All right, so the Bulldog offense will come back on the field. Looks like Peyton Deans will remain in as the quarterback as he's getting his final instruction from head coach Jeremy Maupin. So the clock running, 43-6 is our score. As the Bulldogs in the huddle break it, the ball on the far hash. We're going to have Tripp on the near side, which is the wide side. And Valenzuela will go to the right. I'm going to have to see if that's who that is back there. Of Deans, and now we're going to have a delay game on the Bulldogs. We've had a couple delay games on the Warriors and now delay game on the Bulldogs. All right, so now we're back ready to go. Trips to the near side. Deans in the backfield with a running back to his right, I think is Valenzuela. Snap is back and hand it off to that young man. He's burst into the middle and will gain close to the 5 yards that we lost on the delay game. Looks like a pickup of about 4.
Yeah, that's Valenzuela. One man made that tackle, and if he had made that tackle, that was a long gain because he had offensive linemen out in front of him ready to block somebody, but there was nobody to block.
So 2nd down and 11 at the Bulldog 26-yard line. Ball near the middle of the field. Dean's taking a look over the defense. He's got a standard A formation. Valenzuela to his right. Snap is back. He can look to throw. He's going to throw the out route to the near side. It's caught. And falling forward out to about the 32-yard line for the pickup.
That's the size again. Tackle made by Sanchez for the Warriors.
And that little bit of was because they kind of got there late with it after he was on the ground.
I dove over him and hit him first with his helmet.
Yeah, kind of pile drived into him.
Yep.
No call, though, so. All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Bulldogs. Ball in the near hash. Deans with Valenzuela to his right. Trips to the far side, which is the wide side. They've kind of got the two slots together, so this, I think I know what's coming. Turn and look. He's going to throw over to the right side, so I didn't know what's coming. It's caught, and that's close to a Bulldog 1st down. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds.
So you think, we get the backup receivers to an extent, or the second team, or the other receivers and Peyton Dean in there. Hate to call them backups. They rotate in and out. A lot of these receivers do. But they've done this since 7th grade with Peyton Deans, these receivers. It's all timing, and their timing's right there.
So 4th and about a yard for the Artesia Bulldogs, and Deans, it looks like the Bulldogs are going to go ahead and line up and run an offensive play here. Deans will go under center, and now we're going to have a timeout taken by who? By the Warriors. We're going to keep it here, Robbie. I don't think it's raining anymore. Jeff had said earlier that it was raining off and on. A lot of the umbrellas are down, but the ball has definitely been slick, and we've even seen a little bit of the Bulldogs bobble the ball a little bit.
Yeah, ask Jeff if it's raining. He knows. He's down there in it.
Jeff, is it raining down there still?
It's not raining anymore, but it was raining. I'm glad to see the subs in there, guys. There's a lot more that goes into these football games than just football players. There's going to be a big band march at halftime, and the cheerleaders are going to cheer, and there's groups selling food in the concession stand. So it's not a bad thing to keep this game going. I think the Bulldogs are doing a great job, and it's good to see some of the backups in the game.
All right, so 4th down and short. Deans will be in the shotgun this time, and he's going to be in the backfield by himself. He's going to put 4 receivers to the right side of the field. Snap is back. He's just going to go straight forward. He's got the 1st down and more. He's still on his feet as he broke a tackle, and he'll get all the way out to the 45-yard line.
Well, we've seen it with the heavy package as Dean quarterbacked that and has quarterbacked it all year long. He just ran through that arm tackle of that Warrior before Pritchett was able to make a tackle down the field.
So 1st and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs at their own 45-yard line. Valenzuela to the left of Deans in the backfield. Standard A formation ball in the near hash. Dean's looking to throw. He's going to step into one. It's going to be a little bit high of the intended receiver.
Intended for Fierro, and he went up to get that, but as you mentioned, it was high. And let me say again, this offensive line, they walked the linebacker up on the outside and brought him. The line shifted well and picked up him on the outside, so Dean's had no pressure, had a great pocket to throw in.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line. Ball remains on the near hash. Going to go trips to the wide side. Valenzuela to the right of Dean's in the backfield as he takes a look over at his receivers. He's got man coverage over there. One receiver to the near side. They're going to bring a blitz on the backside. He's going to step into the pocket, but he collapses on him, and that'll be a loss.
Yeah, the blitz got him that time. Tried to step up, and the tackles were there, and they got off their blocks, and there was nowhere for Deans to go that time.
So a loss of about 5 on the sack. It'll be 3rd down and 15 for the Artesia Bulldogs at their own 40-yard line. As Deans takes a look over the sideline. We're down to 1:19 in running. We've got the running clock, so it goes by very quickly, obviously, because there's no stopping for those incompletions. All right, so A formation. Valenzuela to the right of Deans in the backfield. 3rd down and 15. Snap is back. Deans drops. He looks. He pump fakes. He lets one go. He's got a man. That's caught. And that'll be down inside the 30-yard line for a big pickup for the Artesia Bulldogs.
Well, good job by the offense there, and Rodriguez going down the left sideline. Like I said, these aren't backup receivers. He ran a good route, came back a little bit and waited on that, made the catch. Big pickup for the Bulldogs.
So we do have a penalty on the field.
What?
And we're going to see what the call was.
Well, way to blow that play, Joby.
Yeah. Yeah. So they do stop the clock with a penalty. So 40 seconds, and they're talking about what the play is. I think it was on Ruidoso, Robbie, but I'll just wait instead of speculating. Let them tell us. I think I know what the play will. Yeah. That is on the defense. It was a personal foul, and I think they were discussing we're going to add it to the end of the play. And they do add the 15 yards to the end of the play. So it will be 1st down for the Artesia Bulldogs at the Ruidoso Warrior 9-yard line. Ball will be on the near hash. We've got 40 seconds to go here in the half as Coach Maupin gives Peyton Deans the instructions on the sideline. And Deans in the backfield has his running back to his left. Snap is back. They bring a blitz. He's going to back up, throw the screen. It's caught. Bulldogs do great blocking and getting close to the end zone and in for the touchdown. And I think, was that number 28?
Yeah.
Sebastian Montez was in there for the Bulldogs. No, I'm sorry.
No, Valenzuela.
Bradley Valenzuela. I looked at the wrong lineup card. So the Bulldogs score on that play, Robbie. That was a nice setup screen pass.
Yeah, it was real nice. As the line did a good job, they checked their defensive guy, and then they released him. Deans did a good job of being patient and then getting it out to the left with Valenzuela with the line in front of him. And then he weaved his way through the defense and the blocks, got to the goal line, and by sheer will just got in there as he got hit by 2 Warriors.
So the Bulldogs ready for the PAT. Greathouse waiting for the snap to Estrada. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick, boy, they almost blocked that. They got through. They might have even got a piece of it. But the kick is good. So 50-6 with 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. So the Bulldogs getting a lot of players in. As we talked about, the last 2 possessions offensively and defensively, they've had other players that aren't normal starters been in there getting some playing time, and that's always good. And one of the things you can do when you have a game like this is do that. You can get players that get actual varsity experience, maybe don't get a lot during a regular game. That just prepares them even further for what's going to be coming up as we get into district play.
That was an 8-play, 72-yard drive, capped off by a 14-yard pass from Deans to Valenzuela for the Bulldog touchdown as they go up 50-6.
All right, so the kicking unit back on for the Bulldogs. Kickoff return back on for the Warriors. And I think that's Jacob Parrish back there to do the kicking once again, and it is. So he lines it up on the X, middle of the field, and he'll wait for the white hat to give the go-ahead as he looks at all the officials, says, "Are you ready?" They say, "We are." And he does give the go-ahead. So here comes the kick. Going to kick it to the right side once again. It's going to be caught back there at about the 25, a little shorter kick this time, caught by number 4, and he'll get up to about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line.
So I just got clarification from Mr. Gene Dow. Roswell and Goddard are playing tomorrow. I kept looking for – oh, they're off this week. That's next week. Okay, thank you. So I kept looking for their scores, and I couldn't find anything.
That would be why.
That would be why.
They're not playing tonight.
We're off next week.
We're off next week, which works out great for the Bulldogs. We'll get the game off, get a week off before district.
Boy, Gene has an easy night, doesn't he?
Well, he's got to deal with you and I, so I don't know how easy that is.
That's true.
All right, the Ruidoso Warriors will just take a knee. We'll go in at the half. The score 50-6. The Artesia Bulldogs leading big here over the Ruidoso Warriors. We're going to go ahead and get the halftime show going. Stay tuned.
Hey, Bulldog fans! Just like the Bulldogs, you too have a chance to win big on tire rotations and oil changes. TMJ Auto is giving away a free tire rotation and oil change every quarter of the year. Surf onto their website, tmjautorepair.com, and find the Register to Win tab. Your name will be placed in the drawing and no purchase necessary. Plus, find other great deals and savings on tmjautorepair.com.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Through Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Family Health Center is your all-in-one provider for medical, dental, and behavioral health services. They have highly skilled professionals ready to treat your medical, dental, and behavioral health issues. Appointments are available via phone calls, video calls, and limited office visits to provide you a safe and easy way to take care of your health. Need a COVID test or vaccine? Artesia Family Health not only offers testing, but vaccine too. Call and learn more. 575-746-9848 or visit Artesia Family Health at 1105 Memorial Drive in Artesia.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Castle Rentals has a huge selection of top-name brand appliances now in stock. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, stoves, and freezers are in stock now at Castle Rentals, 2616 West Main in Artesia, your local family fun rent-to-own furniture store.
Hi, it's Maria and Prisa with the Tate Branch Auto Group. Inventory may be low around the country, but here at Tate Branch Auto Group, we've got the resources needed to get you in the vehicle you want.
Maria, really? How is that?
With all 4 of our dealerships in Artesia, Carlsbad, Hobbs, and Roswell, we have a great selection of vehicles on hand. And now you can view them all in one place. Just go to www.tatebranch.com and you will have direct access to all our websites.
That's right, you're just a click away from all of our amazing inventory.
tatebranch.com.
Welcome back to the Tate Branch Fan of the Week segment here on our halftime show, the Artesia Bulldog football game against Ruidoso. And this week, our Fan of the Week is Angelica Rodriguez. Angelica, thanks so much for doing this with us today.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so let's find out a little bit about yourself. You born and raised here in Artesia?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Big family or just...
I have my husband and 2 kids, yes.
But I mean, when you were growing up...
Yes, I come from a big family, yes.
Big family. Were all of you Bulldogs, athletes? What kind of sports did you participate in when you were in Artesia High School?
When I was here, I just did volleyball and softball.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how far did you go in the playoffs in volleyball and softball?
You know what? I honestly can't remember that far back, but we did do quite... I honestly couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I couldn't tell you.
Are there any special games or times when you were playing at Artesia High that you remember that were kind of exciting?
You know what? I would say the most exciting thing that for me whenever I played volleyball is Coach Bates. He had recently came from Goddard, and then we went to go play them, and it was a big deal. And at that time, Coach Henderson had Brittany, his daughter, playing with me, and we went, and it was so loud in there, like I couldn't even hear it because he took the whole team, the whole football team. It was really cool. That was cool.
That's right. I remember Coach Bates. I think he coached for everybody in our district at one point, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
I'm surprised he's not coaching in our district right now. You know, he's probably hanging out there somewhere, Coach. Well, that's great. So did you go off to college, or did you just kind of stick around after high school?
I did. I went for a few years, and then I came home.
Okay, where'd you go to school?
I went to Hobbs at the New Mexico Junior College.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so you come back to Artesia. Did you meet your husband there, here? How did that?
He's actually not from. His family's from here, but I met him a few years after.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's not from here.
No, well, yes and no. Some of it, yeah, he was here for a little bit, and now he's back. And then we met and got married. And
okay, well, that's good. How many kids do you have?
We have 2 kids.
2 kids, and they're playing sports now.
My oldest is a freshman, and she plays on the Orange volleyball team.
Okay, and I think the day that we're recording this, she has a game today. So, all right. So, what kind of a parent are you in the stands? Are you a yell at the fan? Are you a yelling parent, or what do you like to do to help support the team?
Definitely, we cheer a lot. They've got a good group, and they've got great parents, so it's loud in there, and they do. I'm a cheer.
Yeah. So did you, after you graduated, did you still continue to go to sporting events and do that, or you
did?
Okay.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Okay. You just like going to the ball games and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. It's something to do in our small town, and it's fun. It's entertaining, and they're always competing, and so it's just a great thing to do.
Yeah. What do you like most about following Bulldog sports? What is it about, going to the games or supporting the kids or being a part of the program?
It's just, I'm always been a competitive person, so anytime that I can watch them compete, and then it's so fun when you know people that, you grew up with them, and then now their kids are playing, and you get to see them grow and do great things. It's just a great thing to do.
Are there other things other than going to the games and cheering that you've done over the years to help support the teams and the programs?
I always try to sell, just like if they're selling things, I'll try to do that or help with sponsorships when we can here. So.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And here, by the way, is Tate Branch. You work here at Tate Branch.
I do.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
Actually, I've been here for 7 years.
7 years. Well, that's pretty exciting, and it's never boring, is it?
No, never.
That's great. So if you ever meet people that are from outside of Artesia, I'm sure you run across people. How do you explain what being a Bulldog fan is, or Bulldog sports? How do you explain it to these out-of-town folks?
If they're from far out of town, I'm like, you should really catch a Friday night game at Bulldog Bowl. But usually the people I meet are, Roswell, Carlsbad, and so they know. They just know. And then it's just a back and forth.
Are they a little jealous?
Yeah. No, not really. I like to say that, but no, they know, and it's good. It's always good competition, and it's always fun to joke around with them and do that number. But
That's right. Now, when you started athletics when you were in school, who inspired you to start playing sports?
You know what? I grew up playing on a travel softball team, and so then I always knew I wanted to play. Mm-hmm. And actually, I wasn't going to play volleyball, but Stacy Gowan, she talked me into it. Was a great coach, and she's amazing. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I think she's the one that got the state championships in volleyball. Not her first year. Were you on that team that was an Ophir?
No.
You were on the next one that won the state title, and that was playing in the Santa Ana Star Center in Albuquerque. That had to be quite an experience too.
Yes, I'm actually one of my cousins played on there, and it was pretty cool to watch. We didn't get to go, but we followed them, and it was really cool.
Yeah. So now you have your two children, and they're getting involved in sports. You mentioned your daughter's playing volleyball. Are you the primary inspiration for them? I mean, have you told them what sports that they're going to play in, or?
No, my oldest, we're a big softball family. My oldest, actually both of my children play on a travel softball team, and when she got into, 7th grade, she's always liked to compete. So as soon as volleyball started, she took a big liking to that, and so she's really, really liking that.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to seeing your children and seeing you at all the ball games, being a big Bulldog fan. Do you have a special cheer or something that you like to yell?
No. I don't.
Because if you did, we were going to ask you to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
All right. Well, it's great that you're a fan and your family's a fan and continuing the tradition of being a Bulldog fan. We have a couple gifts for you, if that's okay.
Thank you.
We have this is a $50 gift card from the Adobe Rose here in Artesia.
Thank you.
So that's yours. I'm sure you'll enjoy that.
Yeah, thank you.
And then we have a very special mug, and it says Bulldog #1 fan on this side. And on this side here, it says Tate Branch Fan of the Week.
Well, thank you.
So that's yours, and Tate knows about this, so you're not going to have to explain why you have one of these mugs on your desk, right?
No. He'll see it, and he'll be fine with it.
He'll be fine with it. Well, that's great. Well, Angelica, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
And Angelica Rodriguez is our Fan of the Week this week. Thank you so much to Tate and Perry for helping to make this possible here at Tate Branch. And we'll be back with more of the halftime show in just a moment.
You trust your locally owned Big O Tires with your keys, because we know that they're more than keys. They're how you get by, how you get in, how you get to work, how you get to your family, and how you do what you love. These keys are essential to your life and where you want to go. At Big O, we understand the importance of your keys and what they mean to you, which is why when you choose to give us yours, you can trust us to treat you fairly, get you back on the road as quickly as possible, and always give you a good deal. Now through October 10th, save up to $100 instantly on select sets of 4 in-stock tires with installation purchase. Because when you want the best for your vehicle, finding someone you know and trust is key. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details. Some stores in Missouri, Kansas, and Minnesota are company owned.
Well, when they asked me to be the Grand Marshal of this year's Fair Parade, I was surprised. I thought they had higher standards than that. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. It may seem like the fair is all about scary rides and even scarier food, but it's really a tribute to agriculture in eastern New Mexico, and especially the 4-H and FFA kids who've worked hard all year raising their animals in hopes to get a blue ribbon. So when you visit the fair, take a stroll through the livestock barns and see what they've accomplished. Just watch where you step.
When that problem arises, one call to Crouch Plumbing and Heating is all it takes. Crouch's plumbers and technicians are highly trained. No problem is too big or too small for Crouch. Whether you need a water heater replaced, a gas line run, a leaky faucet repaired, or your heater or AC serviced, Crouch can do it all. Your problem is their problem, till it's no longer a problem. Call on Crouch for timely response, quality workmanship at a fair price. Servicing Carlsbad and Artesia.
Bulldog fans, we're back here as the kickoff went down and bounced. 27 Hall picked it up. He was able to get away from some Bulldogs and go across the field before he's finally tackled out near the 33-yard line.
Boy, and Peyton Deans was not nice on that tackle. I mean, he got a hold of him, spun him around, and slammed him into the turf.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at their own 33-yard line. Ball will be on the 33-yard line. Ball will be on the far hash as their quarterback will be in the shotgun. Hooker, he's got Hall to his right. He's got an X-back and a slot and a wide out to the wide side, which is the near side. Going to turn and hand it off to Hall. Oh, he kept it. As Hall, he pulled it out right at the last minute as Hall was wrapped up and being driven backwards, but no gain on the play.
No gain because Barunda and Riley Jarrett was in there quickly for the Bulldogs.
Well, they do give him forward momentum for 1-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Warriors. 50-6 is our score. The Artesia Bulldogs lead here as we start the second half. Hooker in the shotgun. Bulldog is offsides. He got into it that time as we've been running up on the line like that, Robbie, all game long, and that's the first time they got into the neutral zone.
Yeah, that's number 44 for the Bulldogs, LaRock. He's had a great game so far. Just trying to get that little edge, that little jump, time the cadence right, and he didn't, and he stepped in there.
So the offsides penalty puts the ball out at the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Hooker in the shotgun, Hall behind him in the stack. Snap is back, going to turn, fake the handoff, throw it out to number 31, and he is wrapped up and tackled immediately, maybe a gain of 2.
I tell you what, Calderon from his defensive tackle position just blew his offensive lineman back in there. Did complete the pass out here. LaRock comes over and makes the tackle quickly for the Bulldogs.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Warriors at their own 42-yard line. Ball on the near hash. They've got a slot and a wide out to the wide side of the field. X-back or that sniffer back on the left side with the receiver on this left side. Hooker in the shotgun, takes a snap, turns, fakes the handoff, throws it out there. It's caught. He's going to get some yards as he's going to get across midfield.
Just a quick throw out the flat again. And Jesse Armendariz came up, and the receiver was able to step by him and then go down the field, but Jesse had him for no gain if he makes that tackle.
So it is a 1st down pickup. The ball on the 49-yard line of the Artesia Bulldogs as Ruidoso Warriors get their play from the sideline. Short side of the field to the far away from us as they're on the far hash. Snap is back. Ball is on the ground. The quarterback falls down and has it in his hand. So he is down where he lands. Loss of about 4.
By Casey Jarrett and number 32 for the Ruidoso Warriors, Dalton Trapp, just going at it. Dalton's 6'7", about 260. Casey's giving him all he wants.
So it'll be 2nd down and 14 back at their own 47-yard line.
Casey, it's Riley. Sorry,
Riley Jarrett.
Dad's the Casey, or Casey's dad.
Snap is back, turn, hand it off to Hall. He breaks 1 tackle. He slides around, and he's going to pick up the yardage they just lost plus 4. So it'll end up being 3rd down and 6.
That's a good run by Hall as he made 2 Bulldogs miss before Wesson able to make that tackle from his linebacker position.
So it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Warriors at the Bulldog 46-yard line. Actually 3rd down and 7. Up, and we're offsides again. So again, trying to time that, I guess, Robbie, and this time he's way across.
Yeah, so LaRock, after everybody lines up, he's looking over here to the sideline to see, do you want me to blitz? Do you not want me to blitz? And he kind of threw his hands up. They gave him a signal, and he just took off running. He got the blitz call, so he went.
And he was offsides by a bunch. All right, so we'll start 3rd down and 2 at the Bulldog 41-yard line. Snap is back. He was in the empty backfield by himself, and he's going to get the 1st down, and we're going to have a hold in the backfield. That'll come back, I think it's a hold. Pickup of about 12 for the quarterback, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Just around that right side, they did a good job of sealing that off. He was being pursued by Calderon, but went around the right side, and number 37 for the Bulldogs, Romo, comes up and makes the tackle.
It was a holding, so that'll bring them back. The penalty flag is laying at about the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs, so that's where they should mark it from. And they do mark it back to their own 46, so it'll be 3rd down and 15 for the Ruidoso Warriors. Ball Ball on the far hash. Hall behind Hooker in the shotgun. Snap is back, looking to throw. He steps up. He's got a man down the field, but it's way overthrown. In fact, the receiver never saw it. Now we got a late penalty coming in. So we'll see what this is. Late flag back there.
Armendariz got tied up with number 3 for the Ruidoso Warriors. About the time he was throwing the ball, it was in the air, but they got tangled up. So they're probably going to call it on Armendariz.
Well, I was trying to see on our...
Yeah, I was looking for number 3.
So it is a penalty on the Artesia Bulldogs. I think it's a 10-yard variety. Well, actually, it was pass interference. I guess I couldn't see what he... It looked like he did an elite block. He must have done a pass interference. So first down on the penalty. Puts the ball at the Bulldog 39-yard line. Ball remains on the far hash. Ruidoso is going to make a change with personnel here. They haven't ever huddled up. I think they've huddled up maybe twice the entire game. They basically run everything out of their set and just look over to the sideline. So Hooker with Hall behind him in the shotgun. Snap is back, and he turns, fakes the handoff, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it down the left side. Bulldogs there in great coverage. And that's just incidental contact as the receiver and the DB go down.
Yeah, that's number 46 for the Bulldogs. I don't have him on here. So we got him on there? Nope. I don't know who. Number 46 defender for the Bulldogs. Good coverage, and as you mentioned, just her feet got tangled up. Both he and the receiver went down to the ground. So the ball hit the turf.
That's a sophomore that because he doesn't have his name on his back. So number 46. All right, so it'll be second down and 10. Bulldog 39-yard line. Hooker with Hall to his right this time in the shotgun. Snaps back. He's going to fake the handoff to him. Hooker keeps it around the right side. He picks up 10. He's to the 25, to the 20 before he's pushed out of bounds by the Artesia Bulldogs.
Well, that's that same play. Saw it over and over again, and they usually run it very successfully. They pull that backside guard and tackle around to the right. He fakes the handoff to Hall to the left, and then he follows into that hole. Wesson able to drive him out of bounds, but not until he had gained a first down.
Yeah, so first and 10 from the Bulldog 20-yard line. Ball on the far hash. That's a quarterback counter is what they've run and had some success with. He turns and throws a quick pass over to number 2, and he will pick up a couple yards before he's shoved out of bounds.
Finley Rascon over there, but he was being blocked by the receiver, so the pursuit forced him out of bounds. He really didn't get tackled or anything.
So that was Jeremy Biscano for the Ruidoso Warriors. I think it was number 2 that caught that pass. All right, so a pickup of, it looks like they got 4 before he was pushed out of bounds. So second down and 6 now for the Warriors. Snap is back, turn, fake the handoff. He keeps it, does the quarterback Hooker, and he will just plunge forward for another pickup of 2 or 3.
It's a good job by LaRock that time as he wanted to go outside, and he just dropped down and broke down on him, made him cut back in, and then the pursuit from Johnson came over and made the tackle.
So it'll be third down and 4 for the Ruidoso Warriors. The ball inside the 15-yard line at the 14 of the Bulldogs. Hooker in the shotgun has Hall behind him in the pistol. From 32, the sniffer back, turn, hand it off. No, he keeps it. He throws it out here. Actually, it was a handoff. Man, he faked me, Robbie.
Yeah, he handed it off to Hall, and he kind of made a man miss in the backfield and then started to go up the middle before Mark Munoz, a senior for the Bulldogs, hit him and kept him short of the first down.
So it'll be 4th and 1, a long one, almost 2, as they'll line up to go for this. Again, Hall behind Hooker in the shotgun as Hooker turns around and talks to his running back. Now the snap, turn, hands it off, and will Hall get the first down? It's close, depends on the spot. Looks like he's got it. And they do say first down. So it'll be first and goal at the 10-yard line for the Ruidoso Warriors. We're already down to 4 minutes. When you have a run of clock, it's just actual time. So there's been no stoppage of clock here, and this is the first series of the second half, and we're already down to 3 minutes and 50 seconds as Ruidoso has been able to march down the field. First and goal from the 10. Snap is back. Going to run a little counter again. And the Bulldogs played it right, but he was able to drag forward for a pickup of about 3.
Good job by Riley Jarrett as he was backside defensive end on that. So the play came back towards him, and he shed the blocker and was able to get his hands on the running back and get him to the ground.
So now it'll be 2nd and goal from the Bulldogs 7-yard line, pickup of 3, 3:18 and counting to go here in the third quarter. And now the Ruidoso Warriors will run quick snap. I don't think they were set up, and they weren't. They called the ball start.
That's a wasted play right there. Yeah, because they go out wide, and then number 32 again for them, who's 6'7", Trap. He just goes over the middle, and they dump it over the top to him, which they were doing. I mean, he was open, and it would have probably been a touchdown.
Yeah, he caught it at about the 2-yard line with his back to the end zone, but the play never got to go because it was blown dead. The receivers that burst out, they ran out and got wide, were still moving when the snap happened. So an illegal motion. So the backup of 5 yards puts them at the Bulldog 12-yard line, 2nd and goal from the 12. Snap is back, turn, hands it off to Hooker. He's going to be drugged down from behind by the Bulldogs defense.
Yeah, called wrong from his tackle position. Boy, it's like he was unblocked. He had a guy trying to block him, but it was like he was unblocked. He just shot out of there, got him from behind, as you mentioned, and made the tackle.
So it'll be 3rd and goal, pickup of 1. It'll be 3rd and goal at the Bulldog 11-yard line. We're down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds as the clock continues to roll. Cannot get a first down as they started off 1st and goal at the 10. And they've lost yardage on the on the first down play. All right, so the quarterback Hooker in the shotgun takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff, looking to throw it. Throws it. It's going to be tipped up in the air and knocked to the ground. Incomplete.
The Bulldogs went to 50 front that time with 5 men down in the defensive position and then tried to throw it over there in the corner. There were 3 Bulldogs over there, but Pondo went up in the air and is the one that got his hand on that, and he is the one that is down right now.
So that will stop the clock with 2:01 to go. We're going to go down on the field with Jeff. Jeff, just a pretty good drive here put together by Ruidoso to come out here in the second half.
Good drive so far. A game like this, guys playing with a big lead, sometimes it's a challenge to stay disciplined and focused. And we saw that early in this drive with those silly penalties that kind of kept their drive alive. When games like this, you got to learn how to play with focus and discipline, and I think that hurt us a little bit. But got the injured player up, so back to it.
Sorry, I said Pondo. That's Dean's. I thought it was 13. It's 12.
All right, so Peyton Dean was the one that was back there from his linebacker position back in the end zone, and he is walking off the field under his own power. And now, so maybe just got the wind knocked out of him, Robbie. Sometimes that happens. He doesn't look to be gimpy at all. So as he gets to the sideline, we'll go back and have 4th and goal from the 11-yard line for the Warriors. And he was going back into the defensive huddle, and the coach said, nope, come off.
Well, and it's not a matter of can you or can't you. You have to come off for one play.
That's right.
If there's timeout for you as an injured player.
Yep. All right, so 4th and goal from the 11-yard line as Ruidoso comes back onto the field, as does the Bulldog defense. Hooker in the shotgun, Hall behind him, snap is back, he's looking to throw it. He's going to throw the fade route, and that is going to be incomplete. Good coverage there by the defense.
Yeah, who is that? 40. Everybody's hitting him on the head. I can't get his number. The 46 again over there, I think, or the number we didn't have, that sophomore over there. Good defenses. They just played up for him, and he had him covered, blanketed. There was nowhere for that ball to go.
So turnover on downs. The Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 11 after a long third quarter march by the Ruidoso Warriors. 1 minute and 39 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Peyton Deans is in there at quarterback. And Valenzuela, I think, is his running back. I can't see his number, but I believe that's Valenzuela.
It is.
A formation, ball on the far hash. Bulldogs going from the north to the south. Deans looks over the defense. Snap is back. Steps to his right. Runs away from traffic. He runs right by one man. Makes him miss. Gives him a juke. He's all the way out to the 38-yard line as he left the Ruidoso Warriors standing in his wake.
We call that breaking somebody's ankles. He came out, it's open field, the defender broke down, he faked inside, the defender bought it, and he went outside and didn't even get a hand on him, just left him standing there. Great move by Peyton Deans.
You know, this is kind of a throwback, Robbie, a little bit back to maybe the 70s, 80s, when we had a quarterback playing linebacker and now playing quarterback. So just a couple of plays ago, Peyton Deans was a linebacker for the Bulldogs, got injured on a play, came off for the fourth down play, so he only had to be off the field one play, went back in to play quarterback.
And ran for 30 yards.
And then ran for 30 yards. Snap is back. Dean's looking down the field. He pump fakes it. Now he throws it to the right side. It's over the outstretched arms of the receiver.
Yeah, Peyton just overthrew him. Fierro was there. He was open. Good route by him. He got separation from the defender and turned around, and no chance on that as it was thrown too high.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Bulldog 39-yard line. 25 seconds and counting here in the third quarter.
I do like that Peyton looks to his left and pumped it that way and then tried to come back to the right.
Trying to look off the DBs a little bit. All right, so 2nd down and 10. 39-yard line. Ball on the near hash, A formation. Lets his receivers get set, does Dean. Snap is back. He's going to look to throw. They pick up the blitz. He throws it on a drag, and number 15 catches it, but only a gain of 1. Good, well defensed there by the Ruidoso Warriors.
Yeah, that's number 12, and that's Pritchett again on Fierro. Fierro's got great speed, just flying across the field. Good throw by Deans, but just a better play by Pritchett.
All right, so that's the end of the quarter. 50-6 is our score. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the fourth quarter.
Where can you find the best selection of beautiful and unique home decor in the region? Easy, Casa Decor in Ruidoso. For years, people from all over have come to Casa Decor for the best selection of rustic, real wood furniture, beautiful decor from the Southwest and beyond, and quality outdoor furniture and accessories that are built to last a lifetime. At Casa Decor, they have over 10,000 square feet of showroom for everything you need. Casa Decor opens 7 days a week from 9:30 to 5 at 1214 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso or online at casadecorruidoso.com. Proud supporter of local high school sports.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose, but you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Sandy Stockton will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Sandy Stockton in Artesia today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Play has run, and it was an incomplete pass. So we'll bring up 4th down for the Artesia Bulldogs. 4th down and 8 at their own 41-yard line. It looks like he's going to keep the offense on. We'll see. As there are a few changes, and Peyton Deans is our punter, right?
Yeah, he is.
So it looks like he is going to drop back in punt formation. We're missing some players, that's for sure. Come on a little bit late.
First punt of the night, isn't it?
First punt of the night, and we're missing a whole bunch of players on the right side.
Missing the
At least
tackle.
one.
Here it comes.
All right, so he's now in there. Play clock down to 9. Snap is back. It's a low bouncer. It gets through the legs of Deans. He's going to have to hurry to get it off. He's just going to try to run away from him, and he's not going to be able to. So a turnover on downs all the way back at our own 27.
Yeah, and as Jeff mentioned, it's hard to stay focused when you're up like this. So really seeing some mental mistakes here in the second half by the Bulldogs.
Well, and to that point, I don't think we had extra, we're not running substitutes on our kicking game, and that's what we're seeing there. Those guys just falling asleep a little bit on the sidelines and not realizing that the kicking unit was out there. So I look down at Coach Mop, and he's not happy as he's talking to the offense. All right, so the defense now on. Hooker in the shotgun, ball in the near hash. Again, going from the north to the south now in the fourth quarter. Turn, handed off to Hall. He's up the middle. He breaks outside. He's to the 20, to the 15, makes a man miss, and gets down almost to the 10-yard line before he's driven out of bounds.
Well, Hall did a good job that time of setting up our linebacker and made an inside move, froze him, broke it outside, and then he set up the corner, did the same thing. So good run by Hall.
So that's a first down pickup all the way down to the Bulldog 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11. Bulldogs were able to hold them out of the end zone the last series. They got to the 10-yard line. It was 1st and 10, or 1st and goal from the 10. Now they got a 1st and 10 from the 11. See if the defense can make a hold again. Ball in the near hash, turn, hand it off. No, he keeps it. He throws it over about to the right side, and it's going to be bobbled around and not caught. It does fall incomplete.
That's number 12 for the Warriors, which is Pritchett. He had it, and as you say, he stuck his hand up there and it hit it into the air, and then he reached out and tried to tip it to himself again, and then it went to the turf, and the Bulldog came flying in there diving and unable to make the interception.
Yeah, there was almost 3 catches on that play, but it falls. All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Bulldog 11-yard line. Snap is back, a little bit low, and the Bulldogs break that play up in a hurry as they have a jailbreak.
Well, Calderon almost took that handoff. Uh-oh, we got some extracurriculars. Riley Jarrett's trying to get up off the ground, and we got a flag that comes flying in. But anyway, as Hooker dropped that snap again, when he picked it up, Calderon was there as he was handing the ball to Hall.
So let's see what they're going to call here. If they call it on both teams or there was some unsportsmanlike conduct is what they're going to call. Whether or not it's on one or the other, we'll find out. And I saw what the official did there, and I saw what happened. But I'm going to wait and see what they call. So as it is, it'll be, well, they lost a bunch of yards. They did not mark the yard marker hasn't moved yet because they're waiting. So the ball is where? I don't see the ball, Robbie. Where did they place it?
The referee has it in his hand.
So wonder why he's carrying it around. I guess because that's where it should be at the 17. All right, so we've got a personal foul on the Bulldogs. So that is the call. And Coach Maupin out there asking for clarification. All right, so they'll march it up to the Bulldog just inside the 9-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 from there. So we'll wait. Now they'll roll the clock. 9:37 counting. So they've got Hooker with Hall behind him in the shotgun. Snap, turn, and Hooker's going to keep it, bounce it outside, and he will get in for the touchdown. So it'll be 50-12 with 9:19 to go in the ball game.
I think it's safe to say that Ruidoso made some adjustments at halftime. They fixed a couple of things because those running plays were not working in the first half, and they have worked the second half as they had a 16-play drive to begin with. They didn't score on, and now there's a run-and play that they've been successful on. Hooker keeping it, going around the side.
So the PAT unit is on for the Warriors. The score 50-12 with 9:19 to go. Snap is back. It's fumbled. And he picks it up, does number 40, and then he's going to be tackled. So that'll end that effort. No good. 50-12 our score, 9:19 to go in the ball game. The Bulldogs on top. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.
Many times, patients require skilled care for short-term illnesses, temporary help after hospitalization or rehabilitation after a major surgery, and many more conditions that can be handled in the comfort of your home. J&J Home Care stands ready to provide such care when you or your family members need it. Our highly experienced nurses, therapists, and aides have been serving Artesia and the surrounding community for more than 20 years. To learn more about the services available at J&J Home Care, call 746-2892 or visit us at 1301 West Grand in Artesia.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, we're getting close to fall and cooler weather. It's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571 to sign up. Call now.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans, live from Bulldog Bowl. The Artesia Bulldogs leading the Ruidoso Warriors 50-12 as Ruidoso just scored. Their PAT was no good.
And that was a 4-play drive for the Ruidoso Warriors, capped off by a 9-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, number 7, Hooker.
So their kicker will set it up on the X in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. As the Bulldog kickoff return team expecting an onside, got the onside coverage up there. As they get the go-ahead from the White Hat, break their huddle, and now we'll shift, and here comes the onside kick. It is a high kick, and we call a fair catch. And I don't know, it bounced. I guess you can still call a fair catch. He did. Who caught that, Robbie?
That's number 44 for the Bulldogs.
That's LaRock, isn't it?
Yeah, that's LaRock. Yep.
Actually, it was 14.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
14.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 47-yard line as Coach Moppin talking to, I think it's probably going to be Deans again. And it is. So Peyton will come onto the field into the huddle. Clock rolling, 50-12 our score. We're in the 4th quarter. Fixing to be under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, the ball game. This ball game is all over but the crying, Robbie. I don't think we're going to see a comeback. All right, so trips to the near side, which is the wide side. Deans will turn and throw a little pass out here. And that looks like, well, I'm not sure who it is. He'll get run out of bounds at about the 47-yard line, 48-yard line of the Warriors.
Number 89 for the Bulldogs, Sice. Just from his left receiver position, just takes off to the left. Deans hits him in stride, and he tries to get out as he can. So it's a good game for the Bulldogs.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5, ball in the near hash as the Bulldogs huddle up. Going to have a standard A formation look. Valenzuela to the left of Deans in the backfield. Snap is back. He's going to look to throw again. He's going to throw a screen pass. Throws it kind of hard. He's got guys out in front of him. And Valenzuela makes a man miss, and then he'll be tackled down at about the 32, 31-yard line of the Ruidoso Warriors.
I think Deans held on to that just about as long as he could, letting Valenzuela on the line get out there and get it set up, and they did. And Valenzuela made a good run after that before Sanchez came in to make the tackle for the Warriors.
So they do get it down to the 32-yard line of the Ruidoso Warriors. 1st and 10 at the 32. The ball will remain on the near hash for the Bulldogs as Coach Moppin once again out talking to his quarterback, Peyton Deans. Bulldogs off next week, so a good week of rest. They'll get some good practice. They'll get a lot of things they can review out of this ball game. A lot of players getting some playing time, which is good. Trips to the wide side. Valenzuela to the left. They bring a man unblocked. He gets it away just in time, does Deans. It's incomplete, but he avoids the sack flowing to his left.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance to get set up, couldn't get his feet set. The rush was on him, and was trying to get it out there quickly, but unable to set up and throw.
So we 2nd down and 10 at the Ruidoso Warrior 32-yard line as the Bulldogs once again huddle up. Ball in the near hash. We're going to go A formation, a slot and a wide out on either side. Valenzuela to the left of Deans in the backfield in the shotgun. Snap is back, looking to throw again. He's going to drop back, looking at the opposite side, and he throws that screen to the right side, Robbie. I couldn't tell if he was coming from a slot or not.
Yeah, I'm looking. It was all linemen where he threw it, so I don't know what was going on.
So it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Warriors. And, of course, the clock is still running, so we're down to 6:24 and counting here as they break the huddle. Ball in the near hash, A formation. Valenzuela to the left of Deans in the backfield. Snap is back, going to turn and hand it off. Valenzuela goes up the right side, and he is knocked down short of the 1st down. Looks like maybe a pickup of 2.
21 comes in, Montez. Kind of ran up the back of his own blocker there and lost his footing, tried to cut back in, but Montez was there to get him from behind. But Valenzuela there was a big hole up there. He just ran up his own lineman, behind his own lineman.
All right, so the clock running down to 5:45 and counting as the Bulldogs break the huddle. Ball near the near hash. Trips to the wide side, which is the far side of the field. Valenzuela to the side, goes over to the right side. Deans takes a snap, looking to throw it. And he'll step up, and the ball is knocked out of his hand. And a Bulldog offensive lineman kneel down and picked it up, and his knee was on the ground. So it's going to be turnover on downs by the Bulldogs on the loss after it was knocked out of his hands. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
So Wooten, from his offensive line position, made a block, and then he was kind of looking around to see what was going on, and the ball was about 1 foot from him on the ground. And he looked down and saw it. So he tried to pick it up, but he put the knee down.
So the turnover on downs gives Ruidoso the ball at their own 37-yard line. As they get ready to go. Hooker in the shotgun, Hall behind him. Snap is back, going to turn, fake the handoff, looking to throw. He's got a man down the field, and it's going to be underthrown, and the receiver comes back to it, and it drops incomplete.
Well, he had a step on our corner out there, or had a couple steps on him. Ball's a little underthrown. He adjusted, but he didn't adjust correctly. He adjusted and jumped, and the ball went about 3 yards over his head. So he just did not read that pass well, or it's a completion.
So it'll be second down and 10 now at their own 37-yard line, as once again they look over to the sideline to get their play. And Hooker in the shotgun. He's got slot and a wide out to the far side. He's got one receiver to the near side, X back on the left side. Snap is back, and turn, fake the handoff. There, he hands it off to Hall. Hall breaks through traffic. He's to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, inside the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs before he is finally wrapped up and tackled.
Just again, that running game, they fixed a couple of blocking schemes at halftime and able to get hats on everybody. Hall finding the gaps and breaking downfield before Romo makes the tackle for the Bulldogs.
So a big pickup all the way down to the Bulldog 38-yard line. First and 10 for the Warriors. Hall in shotgun. Hooker in the shotgun. He draws the Bulldogs off sides. He's got a hard count. And off sides they come. So that'll be 5-yard pickup. It'll be first and 5 for the Ruidoso Warriors at the Bulldog 33-yard line.
He didn't get one of them that time. He got all of them.
All 4 defensive linemen come across. All right, so first and 5 at the Bulldog 33-yard line. Hooker in the shotgun, Hall behind him. Snap back, going to turn, looking to throw the wide receiver screen. It's out there and it's dropped.
Yeah, number 11 dropped that as number 37 for the Bulldogs was flying over there. He'd gotten off his block. And again, that's Romo. Got off his block, flying over there, and I don't have a 37 on the Ruidoso lineup, but even if he caught that, Romo was right there.
All right, so with 3:10 to go and counting, the Warriors looking over at the sideline to get their play. It's going to be second down and 4 for the Warriors as ball in the near hash. Hooker takes a snap, turns, and he does hand it off. Hall bounces it outside. He's going to have the first down and a little bit more as he's run out of bounds.
Bulldogs brought a blitz that time right where the play was going. The offensive line of the Warriors did a good job of picking it up, and Hall bounces it outside where the linebacker had left his position. So that's a good job by the Warrior offensive line.
So first and 10 for the Warriors at the Bulldog 27-yard line. 2 minutes and 29 seconds of counting to go in the ball game. 50-12 our score. Hall behind Hooker in the shotgun. He's going to send him in motion to the left side. Empty backfield. Snap is back. He's going to pick. It was a draw all the way, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the draw.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball in Hooker's hand, let him just run around, but Calderon, again, from his defensive tackle position. A great read by him and a great tackle on a shifty quarterback.
So a pickup of 2. It'll be second down and 8. Ball near the middle of the field as the Warriors once again look over to get their play call from the sideline. They'll take a look at their wristbands and come up to the line of scrimmage. We're down to 1:45 and counting. As Hall will go to the right side of Hooker in the shotgun. Snap is back. Going to run the quarterback counter to the right side. Hooker bursts up the middle. He's good to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Ruidoso.
That's just that counter again, that Hooker, he's been bouncing outside, and the Bulldogs did a good job of stopping the outside, so he goes up the middle, and he ran through an arm tackle, then he broke outside, and he's got good speed. As once he got outside, he outran the Bulldogs to the end zone.
So the score now 50-18 with 1:32 to go, and Ruidoso, I would think, will line up to go for 2 here, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. We got an odd-looking set. I can't figure out what they're doing yet. I don't know if they know what they're doing yet. He's going to go under center. Snap. Going to turn and pitch it. Go student body right, and he will get in for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that's just determination on Hall because the Bulldogs were there, and he got his pad level lower than ours and went in and made that touchdown. That was number 29 for the Bulldogs that made the tackle, but not Parra, not before he got in.
All right, 50-20 our score, 1:32 to go in the ball game. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
Bulldog Pride is about family. It's about being the best both in the game and in the community. It's about giving your all and having your teammates back. This is Pastor Jason Perry, and here at New Hope Baptist Church, we can relate to the Bulldogs. Our church is a family, and we focus on allowing the Lord to be the best both in our church and in our community. Here at New Hope, we know it's a new year, and there's new hope for a new you. We're praying for Bulldog victory in the game and victory in your life through Jesus Christ.
Hi, it's Marina and Prisa with the Tate Branch Auto Group. Inventory may be low around the country, but here at Tate Branch Auto Group, we've got the resources needed to get you in the vehicle you want.
Maria, really? How is that?
With all 4 of our dealerships in Artesia, Carlsbad, Hobbs, and Roswell, we have a great selection of vehicles on hand. And now you can view them all in one place. Just go to www.tatebranch.com and you will have direct access to all our websites.
That's right, you're just a click away from all of our amazing inventory.
tatebranch.com.
All right, welcome back to the Bulldog Bowl. That scoring drive of the Warriors, 9 plays, total 70 yards, capped off by a 25-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, number 7, Hooker, for the Warriors.
Kickoff team on the field for the Ruidoso Warriors. We know an onside kick is coming. So the Bulldogs have prepared for that as they got their 5 guys up front and 4 more just 10 yards behind them. 2 deep men. So an onside kickoff return look for the Bulldogs. He gets the go-ahead, and here's the kick. Going to kick it to that side. It goes off of a Bulldog, and I think we got it. We'll let them unpile and see. It looked like Ruidoso should have had it, but I think we got it. And we did.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who
Number
came up with it.
32, I believe, came up with it for the
Burns?
Artesia Bulldogs.
That's Blaze Burns.
Blaze Burns comes up with that. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 50-yard line as Peyton Dean's getting his instruction from Coach Maupin. 1:32 to go, and we don't have to run the clock now. So 'cause we're only up by 30.
That's true.
So we'll see what the Bulldogs do here offensively. If there's running clock, it'd be over pretty quick. But A formation, Valenzuela to the right of Deans in the shotgun. Snap is back, going to turn, hand it off to Valenzuela. He's got a lot of grass on this side. He runs to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and then run out of bounds at about the Ruidoso Warrior 29-yard line.
That's just a straight handoff, getting around the left side on the sweep, using his speed to get around that corner, and then great job of blocking downfield by the receivers for the Bulldogs.
So a big pickup. Puts the Bulldogs at the, I thought they marked him at the 29. They do. They just took a minute to get it set over across the way. So 1st and 10 at the Ruidoso Warrior 29-yard line. Ran out of bounds, so it stopped the clock. 1:23 to go in the ball game. Trips to the wide side, which is the far side. Ball in the near hash. Valenzuela to the right of Deans in the backfield. Snap is back. Deans looking to throw it. Now he's gonna run up the middle. He goes. He's to the 25. Spun around and thrown to the ground at about the 23.
Well, he's got a burst of speed when he decides to go. He was looking down the left side trying to let his receiver get open, and he decided to tuck it and run. And when he took off, he just burst through that line and then went to his left for number 21 for the Warriors. Montez made that tackle.
And Dean comes up gimpy, so into the quarterback position is number 39, Nia Estrada. As Dean's holding his leg up, he hasn't ever put weight on his right leg, so he twisted or did something on his right leg. So the sophomore quarterback now in, Estrada, as he has Valenzuela to his right. And we had a receiver take off way too early. He was on his own out there, and he took off. So false start on the Bulldogs will back him up 5.
It's Sice out there for the Bulldogs. Thought there was a different snap count.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 after the 5-yard penalty is marked off.
Because that's what the receivers go off of, snap count.
No. All right, Valenzuela to the right of Nia Estrada, going to turn and hand it off to him, and he runs right into a pile of Ruidoso Warriors.
Yeah, number 75, one of the first ones there for the Warriors. Mendoza met him in the backfield. I mean, I don't even know that he was blocked.
So that's going to be the ball game, though, Robbie. We're down to 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. The Bulldogs will win 50-20 over the Ruidoso Warriors. We're going to go ahead and take a actually, let's go on down on the field. Jeff, your final thoughts.
Well, I think a game like this is perfect. If you could script one going into an off week, you'd like to get one where you could have a lot of success, gain a lot of confidence, execute the game plan pretty well. Obviously, we'd like to see it a little bit cleaner here in the second half. But I think the Bulldogs are going to go into the off week here well rested, with a lot of experience and a lot of confidence. So, good game tonight.
All right, so as we said, the Bulldogs win. Thanks, Jeff. As we said, the Bulldogs win 50-20. We're going to go ahead and get the post-game show going. And when we come back, Robbie with the final stats, and we'll wrap it up. So stay tuned here on the Guy.
Artesia is your one stop for all your automotive needs. From GM certified service and parts, body and paint repairs, to a great lineup of new Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC models, along with our hand-picked selection of new-to-you cars, trucks, and SUVs, we've got you covered. We invite you to come see us today for excellent customer service and the hassle-free buying experience you deserve. You'll find us right here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, where we've sat proudly for almost 97 years, or at GuyChevy.com.
Homecoming is back on the High Plains at Eastern New Mexico University. Join us in 2021, coming back to life. Don't miss out on all the fun events, including song, the Powder Puff football game, a theater performance of Blythe Spirit, and of course, the annual Homecoming Parade, tailgate, and football game versus Lincoln University on October 2nd at 6 p.m. Be sure and check out the list of events and purchase your tickets today by visiting enmu.edu/homecoming.
My name is Larry Dean. I'm the disciple pastor here at Faith Baptist Church, and I'd like to invite you to something we call faith groups. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs.
It's important to know local folks you can trust, people who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas. Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
It's coming! The Pops Mobile Diner. All the food, fun, and flavors of the 50s street side. The same great food, the same phone number, and the same name. Stay tuned to find out more about Pops Mobile Diner. Coming soon.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans, as we are in the Guy Chevrolet post-game show. The Artesia Bulldogs win 50-20, and Robbie with the final stats.
So for the Ruidoso Warriors tonight, they ran a total of 51 plays, had 207 yards of offense. They averaged 4.1 yards per play. They were 7 of 20. Hooker was for passing tonight for a total of 45 yards passing. They averaged 6 yards per completion, no touchdowns, 1 interception. They had 31 rushing attempts. They averaged 5 yards per carry for 162 yards rushing tonight against the Bulldog defense. Penalties, they had 6 penalties for 55 yards. They had 2 turnovers, 1 fumble, and 1 interception. 3 punts tonight for the Warriors. They averaged 35 yards per punt. They had 1 sack on the Bulldogs. They did have the ball for 29 minutes and 10 seconds in time of possession. For a total of 12 first downs, 9 by the way of rushing, 2 passing, 1 by the way of penalty. Third down conversions, they were 2 of 14. And fourth down conversions, they were 2 of 6. For the Artesia Bulldogs tonight, they ran 37 total plays. They averaged 8 yards per play for a total of 302 yards of offense. The quarterbacks tonight for the Bulldogs were 14 of 24 for 182 yards. averaged 13 yards per completion. They had 3 touchdown passes and no interceptions. They rushed the ball 13 times, averaged 9 yards per carry for a total of 120 yards rushing. Bulldogs had 8 penalties tonight, total of 70 yards. They turned the ball over once, and that was by a fumble. They punted 1 time for 15 yards. And they had the ball for 18 minutes tonight in time of possession. They had 14 first downs, 6, by the way, rushing, and 7 through the air. 1 by way of penalty. They were 3 of 7 on third down conversions and 1 of 3 on fourth down conversions. Again, for the night, Hooker, the quarterback for the Warriors, 7 of 20 for 45 yards with 1 interception. For the Bulldogs, Peyton Deans, 9 of 17 for 93 yards, 1 touchdown. Nathan Taylor was 5 of 7 for 89 yards with 2 touchdowns. Rushing for the Ruidoso Warriors, Hooker had 10 attempts for 94 yards. He led the way. Braxton Hall, the running back, had 19 carries for 69 yards. For the Bulldogs, Jake Barrera had 3 carries for 61 yards. Peyton Deans, 4 carries for 38 yards. Bradley Valenzuela had 4 carries for 27 yards. Leading the way receiving for the Warriors, number 31, Mikey Sandoval, 5 receptions for 21 yards. And for the Bulldogs, leading the way tonight, Matthew Seiss, 3 catches for 21 yards. Bradley Valenzuela, 2 catches for 30 yards. Julian Rodriguez, 3 catches for 40 yards. And Zayden Lopez had 1 catch for 45 yards. Lopez did have a touchdown along with Valenzuela and Randall Hamilton tonight for the Bulldogs.
All right, so there's the final stats. The Bulldogs win 50-20 is the headline stat as they go into an off week this week, getting prepared for our very, very tough district with Roswell, Goddard, and the Alamogordo Tigers. We've got 2 volleyball games tomorrow, Robbie. The schedule was changed just a little bit. Both schools from Rio Rancho are down here in southeast New Mexico. We're playing Rio Rancho High School and Cleveland tomorrow. The game's slated for 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. So if you're listening to us, watching this broadcast, make sure you make it out to the pit tomorrow and watch our young ladies as the Bulldogs, I saw the rankings today, ranked 4th in the state. And just an aside here, it's no different for the Lady Bulldogs in terms of the toughest district in the state. Football team has Roswell and Goddard and us and Alamogordo. The Lady Bulldogs, the number 2, 3, and 4 ranked teams in the state are in our district. Mm-hmm. So Patalis is 2, Goddard 3, and Artesia Lady Bulldogs ranked 4th in the state. So another tough year, a tough district for the Bulldogs. But we play tomorrow morning at 11 and at 3 here at the Bulldog Pit. So on behalf of Robbie Ballou, Gene Dow, our producer, all of our camera folks, and Josh, the man with the stats, this is Joby Hodling saying thank you for tuning in. We love all of our Bulldog fans worldwide, and we love you, Gaga. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m.
That concludes this broadcast of Bulldog Sports on KSBP AM and FM and at KSBPTV.com. Bulldog Sports on KSBP AM and FM and KSBPTV.com is presented by Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Ford Sales, J.S. Warden Son Insurance, La Fonda, Sandy Stockton and State Farm of Artesia, Smile Expressions, Artesia Family Healthcare and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia General Hospital, Roswell Seed, Guy Chevrolet, KFC of Artesia, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Pop's Diner, Forest Tire, Western Bank of Artesia, Artesia Credit Union, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Eastern New Mexico University, Catalyst Church, Brandon Williams and Farm Bureau Insurance, Cisco Equipment, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, TMJ Auto, New Hope Baptist Church, H&R Block of Artesia, Castle Rentals, Kane Electric, Frost Mortgage, Incredible Printing, Bobcat Auto, and Tate Branch of Artesia. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of Bulldog Sports on KSBP AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
It's all chaos in this TV show, but again, it was reminded about what was talked about at the World Economic Forum when they staged their cyber attack drill against major banks. And if you remember, there are other places that were under cyber attack, from meat packing plants to oil refineries